And we're live. Yay!
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 Yay! And there was much rejoicing. So we're trying something a little bit different this time. I've got I'm using something special called Restream.io. It allows me to stream to Twitch, Mixer, and YouTube all at the same time, except apparently YouTube is not connected right now, but we are on Twitch and Mixer. And now I'm trying something that Restream is using. It's something they have in alpha now, which is to allow all of the chat, wherever you are, chat in the channel. I'm gonna try to see if I can catch it in the stream, so it's actually on the screen, and we don't have to repeat everyone. So, and oh boy, I have a lot of dropped frames tonight. Okay, okay, I'm done with the spiel.
Fingers on the numbers, not on WASD. We are not playing The Witcher right now.
Also, Inara has apparently caught her tail again and again and again. She is smoking crack.
All the crack. Alrighty.
So I see that now things are as they always are whenever we're gaming. Our fearless leader is the highest level, and I am the lowest level.
It's not like you're that much farther behind me.
Oh, wait 5 seconds, that'll change.
I fully admit I haven't been doing my homework because I've been playing The Witcher 3.
Yeah, I haven't done my homework either, but that's because I'm a wimp. I apparently need more people to help.
Well, and also you have this thing called a day job.
Details, who needs them?
Who needs a day job?
I do laundry while I play The Witcher.
Yeah, and I'm so used to playing Sims now from the last few days that I keep on pushing all the wrong buttons.
Same.
So I've already used up all my essence, and I'm like, wait. So we're starting off on the right track here.
Yay.
Let's just do a regular rift for no good reason.
Sure.
So we can kind of... Well, basically, I'm selfishly taking over and doing it so I can get used to playing right now.
That's
totally okay with this. Oh god, don't stand it stupid. Don't stand it stupid.
Yep. Damn it. It's gonna keep...
Stop touching me!
Run away.
I'm not comfortable being grappled there.
Other places maybe, but not there.
Oh right, I changed my build.
Might be good to be aware of that, yeah.
Ah, damn walls.
Yeah, pretty stupid. Oh man, so tired. So I think I told you guys about like Panic Week at my work, which was about, it was like the last week of July-ish, because we needed to get like all the pre-authorized payment stuff taken care of for new registrations for September, because the payment came out August 10th.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So this week and next week are Panic Week for parents.
Okay.
Where they're going, oh shit, school starts on September 5th, I have to register. And so, like, I mean, Monday was hell day for me because, I mean, I spent my entire morning just answering phones, basically. Like, I didn't get to my own stuff at all because I was just on the phone.
Oh my. Not
And
enough
of course,
spells. I'm sorry.
yeah, it's like, the thing is that some people thought that that was early. They're like, oh, you know, this is a good time to call for registration, right? And I'm like, when do you, like, I mean, we have wait lists at half our sites. So I don't know what you think is a good time, but clearly it's incorrect.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we just finished dealing with that at the ballet studio.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I had somebody call me and was like, so I'm having trouble with registration. Like, we do a thing where you can you register, but then you don't actually get in the class until someone approves your registration. That's
Yeah,
to
like
make
they
sure
do the online application, but somebody still has to process it.
Right. And yeah, we had a lady. She was like, I haven't. My registration hasn't been processed. I was like, okay, well, when have you sent it? She was like, oh, I sent it about 15 minutes ago. And I still haven't gotten my registration email. And I was like, 15 minutes ago. I was like, it's Friday.
There's a human being on the other side of that.
Well, there's a human being on the other side of that, and she's not in the office right now.
Yeah.
She only comes in 9 to 2 o'clock or whatever. It's like, sorry that I can't help you. You're just gonna have to wait. You waited until Friday before classes started. You're lucky there's even space.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I've got people calling me this week there's 2 sites for which the supervisor is currently on vacation, so she's not back until Monday.
Okay.
And people are like, oh, I need to hear this week, I need to know this week, and I'm like, I literally cannot help you. Like, the only person that can actually process the registration from the beginning part, like beyond the inquiry, to actually, you know, take the money and go through, make sure that they have space, etc., that is the supervisor. And she's not here this week. So,
Yep.
I mean...
Sorry about it.
Yeah. And the best that I can say is, like, she'll get the message on Monday, but I can't guarantee that she'll call you back on Monday because you're one of, you know, X amount of people that has all been asking the same question. So it's going to take her time to catch up on all the stuff she missed over the week and just, you know, prioritize who she's going to call. And,
exactly.
you know, yeah, she still has to, like, organize, okay, like, you know, if she got 10 inquiries but only has 5 spaces left,
Right.
then, you know, that's going to factor in as well.
This is
Sorry, that's boring adult bitching.
It's okay. I've had a relatively, I don't want to say boring, but kind of monotonous week. There are these checklists that I have to do every so often because of, you know, having to make sure that there are not only that there are patches that have been applied to computers, but also that any identified vulnerabilities are marked and resolved and all that. And so, like, before I can actually do any of those, I have to set up the checklists for them. And it is for everything that is on a server, like, or computer, just operating system, component inside operating system, like there's one for Internet Explorer, there's one for Firefox, there's one for Chrome, there's one for Java, and so everything that each machine has, I have to create a completely individual checklist. So I, like, over the past week, I did something like just setting up over 200 checklists.
That sounds pretty tedious.
Yeah, I mean, it's I don't want to say that it's busy work because I do like doing the work. It's just, this is the part that I don't like doing, but so I can start doing the stuff that I do like doing.
Yeah. No, I totally understand.
Oh, call list, you said?
Yeah, it's like me making my call sheets. Like, that part is so fucking tedious, and so many revisions and everything else, but then that's what I call the show from, otherwise I am just gonna wing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, my job is definitely a lot of tedium because I spend a lot of time making, like, checklists type spreadsheets and stuff for, like, different things depending on what it is that I'm doing. Right now, I am, like, as of today, I started dealing with last year's registrations finally, because we've been so behind on stuff.
Wow.
So I'm taking all of last year's registrations out of their file folders, making sure if they're still registered for the summer, they go in one pile. If they're registered for September, or if they are no longer registered as of June, they both go into another pile. But the ones who are no longer registered for this September, I have to go into the accounting program and change the account set that they're coded in to the terminated in previous registration period code instead of their site code.
Exciting.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
and there's 18 sites, and a few of those sites are small. Like, there's maybe 3 or 4 of them that have maybe 15 to 20 registered children, but all the other ones have like 30 to 50 kids. So, you know, when you multiply that by 18, there's quite a lot to do.
Yeah, just a little.
And yeah, and I'm getting payroll tomorrow afternoon, so you can imagine how well that's gonna go for the next 3 days. Meaning I won't be able to do that at all. It's gonna go on the back burner because payroll has a hard, imminent deadline because people kind of do want to get paid.
Eek.
Yeah, the tower being on and, you know, those kind of things. It's kind of important.
Yeah.
People being able to pay their bills.
We should probably go back this way. I think the exit is gonna be in the bottom right there.
Oh, okay. So I don't know if y'all can see because I can't actually have the stream open on my end. But is anyone actually in the channel?
There's 3 people,
Arcane
I
is
think.
in. Yeah, there's Arcane.
Hold on, I'm gonna go refresh.
I mean, I can understand if the people, hello to everyone who's out there, if you're actually here, yay, hi Arcane, I'm so glad this thing actually works.
Doing a lurk. Lurk.
Ah, there we go. Who else is in?
I hear a goblin.
Oh, you've already gone through. Okay. It's like, crap, I was checking the thing. Okay.
No, it's fine. Goblin's dead.
Well, damn.
I got you.
Yeah, I don't think, wherever it was, there is, ow.
Oops. I'm gonna die. I looked off the screen. Oops.
If there was any loot from the goblin, I don't see it.
There were gems.
Yeah, no, I don't think we got credit for it.
I found
That's
a pile
weird.
of gems. Did I pick
Yeah.
it up very quickly?
Oh, I must have missed it. Because I have...
Were you on the screen?
No.
Oh, that might be why, because you have to be on the same screen. I didn't realize you weren't on our, I didn't realize you weren't on the floor yet. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's okay. Also, I apparently just rubber banded a little bit, so... Network's gonna be a thing tonight. Yay!
Oh, Birdie.
Yes.
I actually, no, I'm all excited and like I'm bringing this up and I realized I haven't actually like looked into it or discussed it at all with my husband. So I don't know, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I noticed somewhere that apparently the Hannibal convention is buy one get one free right now.
But I don't think I can go. When is it?
Yeah, I forget when it is. That's the thing. Like I'd have to look it up and because I was kind of like, well, I mean, if it's buy one get one free. That's not too bad. Like, I'm not willing to pay like 150 bucks just for me, but if I can, you know, go in with somebody, then it's not as bad, right? It's more like a standard convention fee.
Right. It would just depend on when it is, because
Yeah.
my life has gotten my D&D group is gonna hate me the next few months, because like I have all the things to do.
I know that feeling.
Like we got Dragon Con this weekend, and then I think I'm free for most of September. But then like the last 2 weekends in September, it's like family reunion, and then
I keep forgetting that's a thing.
family reunion's a thing, and then
Oh god. Oh god.
Luckily, my family doesn't do that kind of thing. We hate each other. No, we're just antisocial.
Like, our family didn't start doing it until recently, and it's basically because we all, like, my mom's generation of cousins, and this is gonna sound really tacky, but this is literally what happened. They all ran out of parents to go to funerals for.
No, that makes sense. Like, it's basically there's sort of a new generation heading up the family kind of thing, right? Like, it's,
Right.
it
And so,
sort of
like-
changes the dynamic in the family and what you're used to doing. Like, I'm anticipating that in my family as well, because most of my family's overseas, right? So
Right.
the few of us that are left, I don't even know if we're going to end up seeing each other at all after my parents and their parents go.
Well, and that's exactly what my mom's cousins all kind of said, and they were like, okay, well, why don't we just do a reunion once every, like, year or every other year? So now,
Yeah.
instead of funerals, they all get together for an
Actual family
happy
reasons,
purpose.
yeah. No, no, that's fair.
Like, someone would die about every year and a half, and we would all get together.
Oh no, if it's November 2nd to 5th, then that means I won't be able to go, because that's when YomaCon is here in Detroit.
Eldritch Raccoon, good to see you. I don't think I've actually seen you in the channel before.
No, I think that's actually a Fanable.
Who is it? Oh. Do
Yeah,
share.
I think I recall seeing that name in my notes. Am I correct?
I actually don't have chat it, but I need to go and open chat.
Oh, your first time here. Well, welcome. This is...
Welcome.
I hope you enjoy seeing me die a lot, because that is what's going to happen.
The running joke is we get crispy fried duck.
Peking duck.
Yeah, see, Tumblr person. Yay! Hello.
Yay!
Yay!
We were hoping it would happen eventually, that like some actual people from Tumblr would come.
Ah! I'm stuck! I'm stuck!
Yeah, no, I'm stuck behind a wall. Oh shit. Anyway, but yes, because we've been posting for the last few weeks on Thursdays,
Oh, God!
inviting people to come in, and we were hoping that eventually it would kind of catch on for somebody. So, welcome, and yay!
Oh, not again!
There's a lot of death going on here because the actual elite thing has not died, and some of the minions are still there. So,
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
And here comes the Rift Guardian with some elites. More elites.
Well, because why not? That's always the way this shit goes.
Oh, Jesus! Ow!
Bring it on.
Jeez!
You lied to me.
You ever watch The Emperor's New Groove? And
Yeah.
that part where Cusco and Pacha go down the waterfall, and he's like, let me guess, sharp rocks at the bottom? Probably.
Most likely.
Bring it on. Or yeah, most likely. Yeah, that's how I am right now. All the elites and a bunch of stupid to stand in? Yeah, we can do it.
Stupid standing in stupid is my middle name.
Boom, baby. But yeah, oh my god, I haven't done any writing the last, like, what, week, because I did that whole terrible, terrible mistake of downloading and purchasing Sims 4.
Yeah. Well, I started The Witcher 3.
Yes.
Not really started, but yeah.
Making your way back through it.
For me, it was trying out
Yeah,
Fallout
I did it
3.
Yeah, I saw you playing that too. I was like, oh yeah.
Ah, there we go. Hold on.
Oh, now I have 3 pieces of Tragouls. Do I want to do...
Oh, wow, I actually have a set item. Wow.
There we go.
Haunted Visions. Oh, I have to do my whole, like, looking up my gear thing again. Because why would I remember things?
A new side item.
But of course, I do remember freaking, like, we went to have ramen today, and I was, like, trying to, I got the, Inferno ramen bowl, and David had tried some of it from me, and he was saying that it reminded him of one of the spicy bowls we got when we were in Little Tokyo in Los Angeles a couple of years ago. And, he was... Yeah, he was trying to remember what the spicy levels were. Like, they had names for all the different spicy levels. And I was, you know, insisting that I remembered them this way, and he was insisting that he remembered them that way. And I remembered that, apparently. Like, I mean, we were both right about, like, I reversed the way the numbers worked, but the highest spicy levels were special number 1 and special number 2, which, like, if you get up to special number 2, you get your picture on the wall.
Oh, wow.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I love spicy food, though.
Yeah. My brother's been working his way up because he lives in Anaheim, so he goes out there every once in a while. And the last time we talked to him, apparently he was at level 1. It had 7 levels, 7 being the mildest and 1 being the hottest, except for the special 1 and 2, which are hotter than that. Yeah, I tried 5 or 6, I think. No. I tried 3, and I think my husband tried 5.
Oof. Num, 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 num,
Yeah, no, it was very good. But anyway, so the one that I tried today was probably somewhere between what the one my husband had and the one that I had there. So it was pretty good. I was expecting
white spicy.
Yes, no, I was absolutely expecting white people spicy because it's actually run by Japanese people and there's like Asian people that eat there. So, you know, when you go to one of those places, you're like, yeah, it's probably going to be pretty good, but they're also going to be like, oh, white people are better, you know, take it down a notch. Like, not everywhere does that, but you know, I mean, like, I get it. Like, obviously, there's a lot of people that expect spicy, but they don't really know spicy. And I mean, I would consider the spicy level that I can handle. I would still consider maybe the upper tiers of white people spicy.
Yeah.
So, because like I've tried, I think there was like a Thai dish or something that we tried at there's like a Thai and Vietnamese place we have downtown, and I tried like kind of a proper spicy dish at one point, and it was definitely a little much for me. So yeah.
Are we
Anyway,
good to
blah, blah,
close?
blah. Yes, yeah, I'm just
sure.
looking at my gear now, and I distracted myself with babbling about spicy ramen, so you know.
Ha! Arcane said, I just finished Mizumono on my rewatch, aka Saint Alana's Apotheosis.
Oh, nice.
All hail Saint Alana, patron saint of bisexuality and being 1000% done.
Of course. I got a neck and it's not something that I need. But let's see this other thing here.
No, I'm not gonna craft it. Like, I feel like I should have something better for my weapon. I'm sitting at 468,000 damage.
I actually have more damage than you.
Ah!
I'm at almost 500k.
Well, you're closer to 500 probably than I am. I'm at 470.
590.
Yeah, I'm at 470k.
Sweet.
Well, oh, I should point out that tonight's broadcast is very much not at all whatsoever brought to you by, what is this, Back 40 Beer Company's, let's see, what is this, Paw Paw's Peach Wheat Ale. Tastes like a mild, Blue Moon. And I say that because it's 4.5%. Not even this will get me fucked up.
Okay. Come, my little skellies. Come to mama.
Yes, Raccoon, one of the other running jokes in this is that I am very much a lightweight, and so I don't actually, like, it takes me a couple of beers before I can actually start to feel the effects. However, 6% is that threshold. Like, anything below that, and I'm fine. Anything above that, and oh boy.
I'm driving him home after having twice as much to drink.
Yeah, one of the things that my husband and I do, because we're just, full of dad jokes. That's how we live our lives.
That's real.
That's fair.
We'll be like at home drinking, and one of us will say something, and of course, it's not like we're necessarily actually drunk, although we probably are. But whatever. It's like, okay, you're drunk, whatever. And then it's like, okay, give me your keys. You can't drive home. Just give me your keys. Like, you should. I'll drive you, but we're home, so. Yeah.
It's like if we're playing video games together like we are right now, and one of us says something really, really off the wall, the other one goes, "Go home, you're drunk."
Yeah, exactly. And it's
we
like,
are.
We are home. Very, very highbrow humor there. We're so clever. The cleverness is. What's the word I'm looking for?
Clever?
Overwhelming? No. The cleverness is so clever. Oh god, it's so clever we can't even come up with another word for it. I have not been drinking yet. What the hell? You're reminding me that I usually do have. Like, my mom usually brings me alcohol, but all she brought me was a bunch of Polish food.
Polish.
Hello,
food?
who's this? Exquisite liar?
Exquisite. Zach?
Holy shit! Yay!
Oh my god! Addie, Zach, Addie.
Hello.
Zach and I worked on the same Summer Stock Theater production. God, was that 5 years ago?
That was 5 years ago.
He was my darling who got me in lots of trouble, and yeah.
Nice.
Oh my
nice.
gosh.
But yeah, now I currently have Polish chicken soup, mizeria, which is cucumber salad.
Oh, how do they do their cucumber salad? Because I like the German version.
Is the German version like sliced up cucumbers in like sort of a creamy?
With dill.
Yes, yeah, that would be mizeria.
They probably stole it from the Poles.
Or we stole it from them. Who knows? There's a lot of food that we like that I'm used to having growing up that's not necessarily from Poland. Like there isn't, we had pork schnitzel, which is German, and cabbage rolls I think are Russian or something, or Hungarian. I don't know. They're from elsewhere at any rate, and a bunch of other crap. I don't even think pierogies are Polish. I think they're from somewhere else too. I mean, like. Obviously, there was a point where it was sort of, all not necessarily countries so much as groups of people in areas. So, I mean, there was a lot of mixing of cultural staples and things, but...
Yeah, that whole kind of part of the world is that way, just because...
Yeah.
All that business.
Yeah, exactly. And also, like, what tended to be trendy at any given time. Like, there was a point during the, I think, French Renaissance that Eastern Europe was really into that too. So there's like a lot of French influences, and as a result also a lot of Chinese influences because of the whole tea thing. And
oh, of course.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm ready to go whenever y'all are.
Yeah, I'm gonna get up real quick to see if I can get some booze, because clearly this is the thing that needs to happen. So
yes.
Just a moment.
Yeah,
so, Zach, I saw you've liked a couple of my posts about Dragon Con. Are you going?
Please tell me you're going.
I know Austin usually goes. I've run into him, I didn't run into him last year, but I think year before last I ran into him.
I think we have some of that, don't we?
We have some, actually. Yes, I have French absinthe.
Complete
Speaking
with
of French food.
complete with the right glass and the right fork. All we need are the sugar cubes.
Yeah, I don't think I have any more sugar cubes. I think I got rid of them.
Yeah, and then I proceed to spill it all over myself, even though I haven't even started drinking. Nice.
Good job. I mean, I guess you could absorb it through your skin.
You're taking pre-gaming to a whole new level there, Addie.
Yeah, except we're already gaming. But oh god, I'm so clever. I hurt myself. Anyway, yeah, I decided to grab. We don't have very much left of this bottle. I grabbed some Żołądkowa Gorzka, which is a Polish vodka. We bought it on the way home.
I'm sorry. Could you say that again, please?
What, Żołądkowa Gorzka?
Okay, I need a drink now.
I think you have to have had some of the vodka to be able to pronounce it correctly.
No, it's that actually it basically means stomach bitter, because it's a vodka that's used. It's a vodka that's used basically as a digestive. You have it after your meals. You take a shot of it, but you sip the shot like it's just kind of an after dinner drink sort of thing.
Seems to be very delicate.
Yeah, it tastes like a milder Fireball actually. It's got that sort of spiciness to it. But
Zach, I did not witness the 10-shot pre-game thing last year. No, last year I was running around eating Everclear soaked gummy bears. Because that was a great decision.
Oh, also
good life
absinthe is
choice.
gross because it's black licorice.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's like NyQuil.
No, NyQuil tastes better.
No, NyQuil makes me gag. Like, I basically have to take something to chase it every time.
That's like me and any cherry cough syrup. I can't do it.
Yeah, and I love cherry flavors, but definitely cherry cough syrup is some special kind of hell flavor.
Oh yeah. Whenever I have to drink a whole bunch of water while I'm at work, and so I get those little Mio things at my desk, and I got I got like there are some that are really great, like the orange tangerine with all the B3 and B12 and all that in there, and there's a strawberry watermelon that I had was really really nice. The black cherry tastes like Robitussin.
Sad. That's sad times.
Yeah.
Yes, Zach.
Jello
Jello
shots are
shots
good.
and wrestling was the year that we were there because I was the one that had to hold the ice pack on Chris's head that time because I think he decided he wanted to fight with you, and that went as well as could be expected. I love him, but bless him.
So, I think we should do bounties because we need mats.
I like this plan.
Yes.
Lead on, O fearless leader.
Fearless, maybe not. Well, leader,
Depending-
maybe not either. But
Depending upon the amount of alcohol.
yeah, that's true. I don't really get to be a belligerent drunk, though. I'm kind of like a slutty drunk.
I'm somewhere between slutty drunk and cuddly drunk.
For me,
No, I don't get cuddly.
For me, it all depends on the alcohol.
That does make a difference, too, yeah.
Like, beer just makes me laugh. Wine makes me sweaty so quick. I really don't like it. Gin makes me sick. I can't trust myself to ever drink gin again. Whiskey makes me sleepy, and vodka makes me slutty. But
You're a cuddle slut.
most alcohol will make me cuddly, but vodka goes further. Oh geez, are we already in the? Oh okay. Oh, we already
Yes,
found
we
the
are.
door down.
Yep. We're just awesome that way. It's because of my vodka powers.
Polish vodka powers.
Yes.
Slutty Polish vodka powers? I say as the token guy.
It's okay, we judge you really hard.
I know.
So much judgment. Oh yes, I can tell this vodka was a good plan.
Going the opposite way here was a really good plan.
Way to go. I'm
GG,
just gonna
everybody.
open this here chest. Ooh, there's a goblin. I forgot the word. I was gonna call it a bug.
Oh, goblin. Okay, goblin. Goblin.
I literally just started drinking, guys. Like, what the fuck?
This is gonna be a great night. Are both those things true story, bro?
Yep.
True story, bro.
Oh my god.
We should probably go up first to clear because we're supposed to clear all the enemies.
Oh, I thought it was just in level 2.
Yeah, we are in level 2.
Oh, okay.
I mean, like up on the map to the northeast-ish area, maybe going all directional and shit. What's language anyway? I don't know. There's a kitty cat.
Kitty cat!
Hi, cat. Yeah, I want to say the first time that, because like, when Birdie was up at the, that summer 5 years ago, whenever we did get a chance...
Was it the summer of '69?
Oh god, now I'm old. Thank you for that. That song is now stuck in my head.
Oh boy, yeah. No, that's one of those songs that in 8th grade, my teacher A really loved Bryan Adams, and B forced us all to learn this song and sing it. And you know, I mean, you get a bunch of 13-year-olds singing this song. We obviously choose to get joy out of certain little parts.
Oh, of course.
Like, sitting on your mama's porch was emphasized for whatever reason. We're like, sitting on your mama's porch! Like, it was so funny to us. I don't know.
Well, you can find your joy somehow.
Yeah.
Did anyone in that class actually know what a
going the
5
wrong
and
way.
dime store was?
I did,
Okay, good.
but I was also a big, giant fucking dork.
Ah, that's fair, yeah.
So, you know, I was watching, like, old movies and shit.
So yeah, the first time that I met Zach, I mean, I had heard about him and everything, but like it was just after we got to see the show and everything, and like probably one of the biggest bear hugs I think I've ever gotten in my life. Like, okay, you are officially friend now.
That was an awesome summer for all of its weirdness and strangeness and everything.
I have to admit, it was really, like, I was getting creative on finding things to do. There was a lot of times when Lawless and Arcane would come over and we would watch Top Gear or other kinds of other movies or whatever.
Didn't you also rewatch some of Battlestar Galactica?
Oh yeah, we did.
Oh, okay, Zach. Much love.
Oh, we're done. I'm like...
We're so good at this.
Yeah. I'm like looking for more monsters, and then I look in the little, you know, objective tracker, and I'm like, oh, okay, we're good.
Cat, don't worry about the oh, is this where we have to? No, that's different. That's private, not captain. Yeah, apparently somebody else was having issues with, trying to connect to Twitch because of, like, region codes or something. I'm wondering if that's a problem with Restream.
Ooh, might be. There's a chest. And it gave me shit.
All of my lads are dead. And I mean to see these bastards suffer for what they've done. Are you with me?
Frickin' Captain Hale always makes me laugh. This guy just gives no fucks.
Bloody adorable. I know, it's a little bit of life goals. I mean, honestly.
Yes, yeah, there's this frickin' horde of demons coming at us, and he's like, oh, they're trying to get us from behind. Bloody adorable. And I'm just like, there's these giant hell beasts, that are kind of actually horrifying if you think about seeing something like that in real life. Really. And he's just taking it in stride. I mean, you imagine this guy's like a veteran. He can't be less than, in his 50s or 60s or something, and he's just fucking enjoying his life. See, I can't finish Breaking Bad because Jesse pisses me off. This is one of the reasons I literally cannot watch The Path, because I hate Jesse so much that it's carried over to the poor actor, and I just can't watch him.
Well, don't worry, because don't feel too bad, because honestly, there's an AU in my head that Eddie from The Path is actually grown-up Jesse.
Oh, so he's continuing to make really stupid life choices. That's cool.
Well, and he was also a former drug addict, and yeah. He honestly doesn't make stupid decisions so much as just everyone around him is way, I don't want to say smarter, because they're not, they also are equally stupid, but he very much is somebody who acts from the heart, whereas everyone else is being all calculated and manipulative.
And selfish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't get past the first 3 episodes of that. I was just,
I totally understand why it's not something
Yeah.
that's come to me. I've only seen the first season, and I've got to sit down and make myself watch the rest of it.
Well, and I mean, one of the things is that shows like Hannibal have sort of ruined me for expectations on not being spoon-fed heterosexual plots and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, if 2 characters / actors happen to have chemistry and that's the way that the writers want to kind of develop it, then sure, fine, cool. But if you're just oh no, this is the main romance and this is what we're going to focus on in this show because that's just what it's going to be, I'm kind of nah.
The Path at least isn't guilty of that. If only because they, well, for one thing, they have strong female characters. And everyone is sort of oppressively heterosexual, but
yeah, that was everybody was straight.
Yeah.
And I was okay, well, I'm not invested in any of the romance stuff then. And then the first Bandit Shrine.
Okay,
are you guys ready?
No,
are you
no.
fucking ready?
Do you want me to hit it so we can get 2 dudes?
No,
or
no,
okay, okay,
no.
okay.
Because that will just give us elites, and we don't need that. And stay out of the fire. Okay, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Do it.
Okay, do it.
Use all your fucking cooldowns.
Shit, 2 dudes.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, are we gonna get these fuckers? Jesus. Ew, come back, you bastards.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Can you? Somebody needs to chase after. Oh no!
No, 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 no. What the hell?
I'm chasing after a few, so I don't know how you guys are doing over there, but
Not well. Oh God.
ooh, we got a portal.
Yes.
Yes.
So once we're ready for that,
Holy shit.
there's still some more over here. I see.
Good God. Okay. Oh, don't stand it stupid.
Nope, that thing escaped.
No.
There's still a couple here though, and don't go into the. Oops. Don't go into the portal yet.
No, 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 God. Okay. Is that everybody?
Okay, I think we got. Yeah.
Okay.
I think we got everything we're gonna get. So now it's time to collect.
Holy shit!
We probably want to go back to town first.
At
and
least
then-
once.
Yeah. Whew. That was fun.
Well, I'm already full, I think. Alright, let's...
Jesus, after all that, I literally got one fucking legendary. That's just some bullshit.
I didn't get any.
Oh, hello. Ah, damn it! I did it anyway!
Standing in the fire?
Yep. Like, I wasn't even trying to stand there. It was just... It just happened. Okay.
Alright, there's that. Now
There's
I'm
that.
gonna go-
Do I have a kitty? I do not have a kitty. Whew. Oh, good. So I actually do have something to identify.
Whew.
Sure, why not? Okay. Anything here worth getting? Keeping? No.
But yeah, the other thing about the path is that like the story didn't really grab me in the first 3 episodes. Like I wasn't really that invested in whatever conflicts were going on, you know? I was kind of like, eh.
No, I totally understand that.
Yeah.
It grabbed me if only
Oh,
because
thank you
I
for the
was
follow, Zach.
raised- Yay! I was raised in a very religious environment. Are we already
Yeah.
through the vault?
No,
No.
no, no.
Oh, shoot! I already popped through.
Just don't hit anything.
I'm not
Like-
touching anything.
Yeah, because if you break those tiles
shit!
full, then nobody, like anybody who's not through won't get it.
Gotcha.
What the? This is a very bad place to be.
You're not very good at this.
Well, it's kind of hard to pick up all of my stuff when half of it's right in the path of that fire.
Go like right past the vault if you can, because
think
it
it-
doesn't reach you there.
I think I got everything. There we go. Ow.
You might want to repair.
Oh yeah.
Alright, I'm ready.
Again. Nah, no, still not ready.
Yeah, I liked it only because I came from a very religious background, and I do like the commentary it has to say about. The only thing I can think of as a way to say it is what it has to say about, you know, religion in terms of whether or not it has the capacity to change you as a person. Like, are there things it can change versus things it can't change?
Well, and how it like affects relationships and the way that your family works and that kind of thing. Like, I mean, it basically alters the structure of how you see love and connection and like what you feel responsible for and that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
But Leroy Jenkins was from WoW.
Yeah, that was like vanilla WoW, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think
Yes,
so.
it was
Oh,
a promotional
Jesus.
video that the Blizzard actually put out, like kind of a
Oh,
joking
crap.
thing.
Bert, are you in?
I mean,
Yeah.
Okay. So we can grab stuff now.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Same gaming company though. I mean, Blizzard.
Yeah.
it's amazing how ubiquitous that became.
Yeah. It was pretty. I mean, anybody who did any sort of raiding basically related to it because you know how difficult it is to organize people in the first place, and you know, there's that whole like when you're playing a game for fun, then some people kind of get more serious about it than others, and some people are literally just there to fuck around and they will never take it seriously no matter what.
Right, and the more you push them, the worse they get.
Yes.
I'm instantly thinking of what is it? Fixia raid, wipe. I think that is.
Oh,
that it?
Anixia.
Anixia.
Oh, fucking Onyxia.
Yeah. one of our friends was in that guild, not in that actual one, but like not in that actual video, but was in the same guild as the leader of that one, and apparently he really was that much of an asshole.
Yeah, that was not for show.
No, but the video was like a thing put on by Blizzard. Like it wasn't one of those like, oh, oops, haha, we have this funny video that we just randomly found kind of thing.
Right, yeah.
And the other thing being that, like I was saying, there really are people like that. Like, I had so many issues trying to get into raiding when I was in this one particular guild, because, you know, there's some people, like, and I mean, I was in it for fun, but it's like when you want to raid, you are committing usually to like a weekly, like kind of like this, you know, where it's like, we agree to meet at a certain time, at the same time every week, and you're expected to, you know, kind of have a certain level of understanding and skill and knowledge for the thing you're about to embark on, because it's not really fun for everybody if you're just screwing around and not actually, say, trying not to stand in stupid and following mechanics and stuff like that, right?
Right, exactly.
And so there were a few of us, like out of 10 people in the raid group, there were like maybe 4 of us who were, you know, really committed to trying to like get through the content, and you know, we were like looking up videos and looking up walkthroughs, and we had all the add-ons we needed to try to make sure that we weren't missing call-outs and things like that. And then there were a few people that just, they made the same mistakes every week, over and over and over and over, and they're just like, oh man, I can't get that part, oh, it's so frustrating. And we're like, yeah, how about, you know, like you do the dungeons every week, because like literally the way that WoW structures their dungeons for each new bit of content is that they have like easier versions of the mechanics that become integral to the raids.
Right, yeah.
So it's like,
I remember that. I had forgotten about that, but yeah.
yeah, so like, you know, all of the bosses will have like that one specific or 2 specific mechanics that end up coming up in like big boss fights in raiding content. So it's kind of like, I mean, do the fucking daily dungeons. Like,
Hi, Owl.
Hello, Owl.
hello. Man, I sound like such a freaking like hardcore gamer nerd asshole. I'm sorry. I just.
Oh, no, you don't, because Owl and I can tell you some stories about, we played Guild Wars. And played,
Yeah, no, that Guild Wars is an interesting. Yeah.
Like, we raided with one of the top 40 guilds in Guild Wars for a while.
Yeah.
I have to admit, I quickly got, like, I used to be pretty good in Guild Wars until they restructured the way that builds were, and like there was an inverse bell curve of difficulty for me, and I just bowed out because I very quickly turned into one of those that just could not grasp what was happening, so I don't usually do that kind of stuff anymore.
Which is fair. I mean, like, for me, it was like, if you weren't gonna do dungeons and stuff, there's other stuff to enjoy in the game, right? Like, in WoW, in Guild Wars, I played the Final Fantasy Online for a while, which actually, like, I keep kind of thinking about it, because it was really good. Like, it's a really good game. But leveling is so slow, and I was playing pretty much all by myself, so that's one of the reasons I stopped playing. Because I do a lot better when I'm motivated by, like, you know, playing with others. But like, leveling takes quite a while, and it was definitely a more challenging game, but like there's so many other things to do, it's ridiculous. Like, you literally do not have to touch dungeons or anything at all. Like,
That
if
was the
you
way
don't
I
want
did when I played WoW. I soloed from starting area to Cataclysm, all of it, the whole
Oh
area.
yeah,
But I
yeah,
never
but
did dungeons, never did any of that stuff.
yeah, a friend of mine was like that too, but they basically went through all of the story stuff, all of the quests, and they were like they played a hunter. They were really into collecting. Like they gathered, they did herbalism and skinning and all that kind of stuff, and they were trying to collect things. They did farming things, and they looked for pets for their hunters. So
Yep, that was me.
that was kind of yeah, so that was basically what they got out of the game. And for a long time actually, and this is something that I keep on planning on getting back to because I really love the game and I've put a lot of money into it, is Rift.
I've heard good things about that
Oh,
game.
Rift is so fun. We should try it sometime. Seriously, I have a bunch of they're probably not max level anymore. I think there's been an expansion since then. Yeah, because I even played since then, and I was leveling again, but I haven't gotten through it all because then I got distracted, as I do. And oh yeah, and then I had issues with my computer and shit. So, and Mass Effect Andromeda. Whee. But yeah, I know it's.
I would be interested in actually trying something like that if I could ever finish season 11 on this damn thing.
Because you guys, okay, Rift, you have your own dimensions of varying sizes where you can literally build your own house and stuff. And guilds can have also their own dimensions. So you can have a guild, like I have a guild in Rift, and I have my own dimensions. And like I built like our Rift guild, our guild dimension. We like built a little bedroom thing upstairs, like for some people, and like there's a bar, and I did a little kitchen, and we collected some more rare items, and like we're storing them there because they look cool. Like there was a event item, like a big balloon animal thing that plays cool music. And like it's just, I mean, I started getting into a little bit of end game content, but like I played so much of that game and I never actually got into raiding. Like I never got to that point because there's so much other stuff to do. Like I'm really, really into doing dimensions and just like refining all those little, like, how can I make use all these objects to make a stove look cooler? Like, it's just
100% me. I
Yeah.
love all that fiddly bullshit.
Oh my god! Like,
why
and
I
this
love
game,
that fiddly bullshit,
this game
but I
is
do.
free to play.
Okay,
And, I mean, obviously,
the materialistic person in me is like, oh, so there's no monthly subscription? Thank you.
there is a monthly subscription if you choose. You can become a patron, but it's not required, and it doesn't lock you out of the content. It means that certain things are going to take longer to get, but it's not like, I mean, it's not really, if you want to, like, for example, if you want to pay to win in Rift, you're spending thousands of dollars. Like, if you're willing to spend thousands of dollars, fine, sure, fucking pay to win, go for it. But it's like, if you actually want to get through the game, like, it's possible to actually buy the like real money. You can get Rex points or whatever, which is, it costs $10 in real money to get a Rex thing, which gives you like the in-game currency. Or if you are like the kind of person that can, say farm and sell stuff, and exactly, yeah. And like, yeah, if you're like good at gathering and stuff like that, and you have like, you get a lot of mats and you don't need those mats, you can sell them on the auction house and make money, and you can sell a bunch of other stuff. You can start crafting things, and you can make enough money to buy the in-game currency, like, because you can sell the Rexes on the auction house. So, like, I mean, I've put probably over the course of like, I think 5 or 6 years that I played the game, maybe a little more, I've maybe put a couple $100 into it because I could, and I was interested in doing that, right? But it was like, for me, it was like all cosmetic stuff. Like you buy like different outfits and mounts and things. Because I like that kind of stuff and I'm willing to do that, so, but it's like, I mean, you could still get a lot of that stuff with in-game events. Like there's chances to get those things just from doing certain dailies or certain content that they give you. So it's like the money just gives you extra chances, for example. So it's
That's
just
awesome.
Yeah, and it's a really pretty fucking game. Like, oh my god.
I have a question related to this. Shall we continue on our quest for mats?
Why would we do that?
I don't know. So is this
Where were we?
is this a game that someone like, for instance, someone like me who has a quote-unquote 9-to-5 job, it's really more like 7 to 3, but you know what I mean, that also has stuff going on in the evenings, like with choir and whatnot. Could someone like me with only a few hours a week still be able to enjoy this game as opposed to someone who would have a considerable more amount of time to play?
I'm going to say yes, because again, keep in mind that I never got to rating content. And I enjoyed the fuck out of that game. Like, I can, there's a lot of story stuff to get involved in. There's a lot of questing to do. Dailies, there's definitely dailies, but obviously you don't, it's not like you really miss out that much if you're not completing every single fucking daily. Like, I feel like in WoW, you always get the sense that if you haven't done all your dailies, like, you failed somehow. But
yeah,
the feeling I always had in Rift was like, you just kind of do whatever the fuck you feel like doing. And, because the other thing is that this game, there's the reason it's called Rift is because there are rifts around the world that open up, and they will have different elemental. Just I pushed the wrong button. I guess it's not that bad. Never mind. Anyway, so there'll be like a fire rift or a water rift or an air rift, or there's a death rift and a life rift. And they will have several stages, and you can, at lower levels, generally, you can get through a lot of them on your own. And then there's, you can see the level that the rift is at on your map. So, if you're level 5 and you're looking at, a level 7 to 10 rift, you're probably not going to do very well by yourself. But when you run towards that rift and you see that there's a bunch of other people, it gives you the option to temporarily join a group just to fight off the rift. You all get credit and you all get shared loot. And when the event is done, you are the group is automatically disbanded, so you're not forced to stick around with these people.
Oh, nice.
That's nice.
And the rifts are constantly coming up all over the place, and there's also some kind of faction related stuff, because you've got the two opposing factions. So sometimes the opposing faction will come and attack your faction's safe areas or whatever, and it's not players, it's actually NPCs from the opposite faction that have sort of a timer on them, and they'll go through every once in a while on the map and attack certain areas. And they function similarly to rifts, where it's you can join these temporary groups and fight them off and whatever, and each of those things give you certain currencies that give you other items. So the in-game shop doesn't just have stuff that you buy with money, it also has all those different in-game currencies. There's PvP currencies, there's PvE currencies, there's raiding currencies, there's crafting currencies. So it's it's up to you how much of the content you decide to do and what you decide to get involved in.
Oh dear.
Almost
and it's
we're done with this one.
Oh hey, yeah, see, I'm babbling, so I'm just going. Somebody else needs to be my actual attention span for me.
Am I gonna stage manage this Diablo game?
I mean, I could. It's just I don't want to be the. I don't want to be the token guy that's okay, we need to focus.
No, you don't have to say we need to focus. Just be oh, we're done this one.
Yeah.
And I'll just be oh, okay.
Yeah.
I won't be upset by that. Because I mean, yeah, we need to focus, but I can't. I just that whole
I've been trying to get into the streaming. It's something that I've been really fascinated in doing and something that I want to do. It's just that I don't find myself to be particularly interesting by myself, and so I love it when it's the three of us, because there's.
It is a lot of fun.
It's so nice to have a conversation and have the games kind of take the background,
Yeah, no, it's been enjoyable for me as well, which is why I've been coming back week after week, because I'm just kind of like, I don't know, it's fun, like, not only engaging with each other, but also having people that are kind of hanging out with us, and, you know, sometimes they ask questions or bring something up, and, you know, it's just sort of like a group hangout thing. It's nice. I've been enjoying it a lot. Yeah, if you guys are interested in trying Rift, I should download it back on this computer. We could give it a shot sometime.
Yeah, I mean, I see no reason why not.
And I would absolutely, I would start a new character with you guys, because, like, I mean, it's been a while since I played, so I don't even remember. And you guys can join my guild and stuff, so then you'll have a bunch of free things to help you get started. Because I do have a couple of high-leveled characters with, like, you know, mats, and they can make gear and items and things, and I can probably get you guys mounts pretty easily.
That would be awesome.
And I can show you our guild little fucking dimension thing.
Yay!
And oh my god, like, all of the maps are just really cool. Like, exploring. Oh, and okay, Birdie, this game is so fucking up your alley if you're anything like me. Cause yeah, there's this little thing. Okay, sometimes you'll notice, like, when you're wandering around, there's these little, like, white glowy things, like just kind of like a little spot on, like, you know, you'll, like, notice inside the trunk of a tree, or, like, you know, behind the chest or something, and you're kind of, like, wandering around the map, and you're just like, ooh, something literally shiny. And you pick it up, and it's an artifact. And these artifacts are part of collections. Like, most artifacts end up having, like, anywhere from, like, 2 up to, say, like, 6 or 7 things that you need to collect to complete that particular artifact set. And when you complete them, you can get currency and special items. Like, I mean, one of the artifact sets, you're gonna love this. You collect the tears of innocent woodland creatures.
Oh my god!
So you have to get fox tear, a squirrel tear, a snake tear. I think
What the heck makes squirrels cry?
you have to kill them, and eventually one of them cries at you, I guess.
That's awful.
It is, and you get like a little, you get a temporary debuff for like 2 minutes for killing critters.
Oh, that's like the thing in, WoW, there was the area where, like, if you had recently killed an animal, like, the druids would come for
Oh,
their
yeah,
ass.
yeah, I remember, yeah. But yeah, so this one is, like, I mean, they're all different zones. You can't finish this quest, like, or this relic set just unless you, I mean, you could buy them on the auction house, but that's no fun, right?
No, you farm.
So yeah, like, yeah, as you go through the game, you'll find them eventually, you know, you can hunt those different creatures or whatever. So once you get all of the tiers, you can trade in the collection, like, the complete collection to the special vendor and get a cat pet. It's a ghost cat.
Oh god, that's so sad.
Yeah. Isn't it
But I
great?
kind of love it.
Exactly. I totally fucking did it. I have the ghost cat, so, you know. And oh my god, so many of the maps are just beautiful.
So
I have one that's like literally a sparkle pony. It looks like there's a galaxy inside of it.
So this is something we're gonna have to experience now.
Oh yeah.
It's one of those games that I keep on, like, kind of, like, I'll play it for a while, then I'm like distracted from it and I forget, and then, like, something reminds me and I'm like, I fucking love that game. I should play it again. So apparently this is one of those times. I think
Serve to remind you of past addictions.
Well, it's one of the few MMOs that I can still get into, A, because there's no subscription fee, and B, because I just find it just really easy to find some enjoyment out of it regardless of what you're interested in. Because you've got all the, if you're like a collector and a completionist, there's like endless things to do with that.
I'm
And
good
I'm
with
such a whore
that.
for that kind of thing.
I hear another goblin.
Oh, okay. So there is another question related to this. Is there a crafting system?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh god.
And let me tell you, there's a lot of different kinds of crafting. I mean, like, you've got weapons and armor are separate talents, like if you can be both, but if you want to, like I think your default is you can have 2 slots for crafting, but if you pay money you can buy additional slots. So I think like my character has like 6 crafting slots. So she's a tailor and a jeweler and a dreamweaver, which is actually breaking down artifacts into dream cloth to make things for dimensions, like dimension items. So that was obviously something right up my fucking alley because I love dimensions.
That's yeah. Well, we need to do this.
Yes.
I'm a whore for crafting of all stripes.
Yeah, there's so many different crafting things. Like it's a lot of fun, and like I mean the other thing is that like it's sort of a steampunky world.
Hello.
But there's also like, you know, a fantasy aspect to it.
Well, you just said the magic words for duck.
Yeah, so there's that, and there's also... Oh shit, there was something else that was really cool that I was thinking of, and now it's gone. Oh, yeah, there's pets, obviously. And...
But I don't want to kill Gom.
Gum! Gum! Yeah. I will never not do that.
But I don't wanna.
Well, you can sit in the back and we'll just let him vomit over us.
No, I sit in the back anyway.
Rick, what was the other thing that I really enjoyed in that goddamn game? There's the environment.
Oh shit.
All the what now? All the butts? I mean, I guess.
Shit! Ow!
Stop it.
Oh good, they have Vortex and Health Link and Arcane and Frozen. That's awesome.
All the good ones.
Yeah.
Okay, what's next?
Get the shrine, that's what's next.
Oh, you actually want me to get the shrine this time?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not a bandit one, because the bandit one, that would have made it worse.
Oh
Because
shit.
one of these would have come up and then we would have missed all the goblins.
One of these days I will get credit for a kill. But it is not this day.
That's okay. Hey David, do you remember something else about Rift that I really loved?
Ow.
I already said how pretty it was. I already said about the dimensions too.
Ow.
Hi, husband creature.
Birdie says, hi, husband creature. Did you hear him?
No, what did you say?
Oh, he said hello. I guess the mic didn't pick him up.
Well, that and there's lots of skeletons shrieking in my ears. So.
I already talked about the Sparkle Pony too.
Oh goody! Another one!
Yeah, we're getting a lot of them in this one.
Is it dead? Is it dead?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, looks like I have to go back to town.
I am overburdened.
Yeah, I should probably go too.
Oh, me too. We're so good at this.
Yep. Oh, visiting other people's dimensions is really cool too, because of like all the really cool shit they do with their spaces. Like, there's somebody who has like this huge slide that's like, it goes up to the highest point that the dimension opens up to, and like, so you know, there's a fun little path to get up to the top, and like they have like a bar up at the top, and then there's a slide that has like specifically the way that they shaped the slide, the physics get you to land exactly in a specific spot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so like people have a lot of fun with like just how the physics work and shit too.
Kat, you asked a couple of questions before, or you brought up a couple of things of, like, just how fast we're going in this game. How long have we been playing Diablo? Like, not just 3, but also 2 and the original.
Oh, like
It's coming up on 15 years for me.
yeah, long time.
Yeah. It's not so much... Well, I'm going to speak for myself here because y'all are good. I'm
so not good.
It's not that I'm good, it's a lot of it is simple muscle memory. Of just, okay, I know exactly how fast I need to click my mouse in order to make things happen. And it's just learning how... it's really just learning, like, how one skill does things this time as opposed to how it did the last time, and it really does help that there are very few skills that you can use at any given time.
Yeah, they kind of went the Guild Wars route in that regard.
Sorry. My husband just logged into Diablo and whispered me.
Aww.
And he's sitting right next to me. So, you know, there's that. But he said, I was going to enter your group and yell hello, but you were playing seasonal characters and that seemed like a lot of work for a one-off. Yeah. You're a dork!
I tell him I admire his dedication, however he does understand, but I sympathize with his decision, because the first rule of comedy is timing, and the joke would have been long since dead and raised and killed again by the time he got to us.
Yeah.
Do we need to just teleport to you, Addie, or...?
No, you guys are probably going the right way, so
Okay.
I'm just catching up. I could have teleported to you, but I guess I'm doing things the hard way. It's because I'm Polish.
So I'll need to look up what kind of hardware requirements Rift has.
I don't think it's terribly heavy on the processor. Because it's kind of one of those games that's sort of like, wow, it's designed to sort of be friendly.
Well,
They're saying that your chat thing failed. Does that mean that they can't hear us, or that
oh, it
the
might...
thing isn't updating?
I think it's not
I think
updating. Alright, let me see here. Okay. It doesn't have a thing that will actually tell it to update. I wonder if I can just refresh?
That would be my first thought, is potentially refreshing.
Yeah, it's just... Oh, wow, and it actually connected to YouTube this time.
I can bring that down.
Hi, YouTube!
And great, now I'm thinking like, what you
Oh, shit.
say in my head.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah, see, you too, eh, Arcade? What you say? That meme was, like, really funny for a really long time to me.
I really liked it too. It just
Yeah.
made a great... Any meme that's just a good universal response
Yes.
always makes
just-
me happy.
I don't know, I was kind of like, you know what? It's beaten so much to death at this point, and I'm still fucking laughing hysterically. Like, it got to that point where you could actually predict that that's what it was gonna be, and you still thought it was great.
I think I must have missed something because I didn't actually see the chat.
You know that What You Say song, and how there there would be video clips, and they would end up like putting that song in at certain moments, like really, you know, intense emotional moments or something to make it seem more emotional, but comically.
I would probably have to see it to know what you're talking about, but apparently I'm not from your country, so...
Well, indeed you aren't.
Doge is always great. I think Doge will never not be awesome. That's right, fuck you, Gom!
This death noise is the greatest.
Yeah. Also, he's fat. Oh, David, by the way, I finished off the Żołądkowa Wagorzka. Well, there wasn't that much. It was like this much. I only had 2 shots.
I literally, I don't know what your husband looks like. I don't know anything, but I can feel and see the pout in my head.
No, he laughed at me and called me drunky.
He pouted internally. I know it.
We have a whole other bottle, so...
Oh, there's also that.
We thought it was only available in Poland, but when we got back from Poland, they literally just started carrying it here.
Oh, that was like me in Grappa.
Oh.
That's Italian moonshine.
I miss grappa.
It's so bad for you.
I know, and that's why I miss it.
The good shit.
It really is good, but it's like if someone made moonshine, because it's basically vineyard hooch. That it's like if someone made vineyard hooch that is all like they make it out of the grape skins and like the leftover crap for making wine, and so it literally tastes like grape, like Dimetapped Kool-Aid, fake grape flavor, even though it's not.
Wow,
Hey Duck, you've got a nice little link in chat there for you.
Yeah, I pulled it up. I'm gonna have to look at that after after the stream is over, because the Daily Dot. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Also, that
You're better off going to Encyclopedia Dramatica or something. It's probably on there. Or Know Your Meme.
that that insatiable belt is account bound. Whoever dropped it.
Oh yeah, I forgot that it fucking came out of that stupid box. Fucking belt. Bastard.
Kat, at some point we need to go drinking, and I will find you a drink that doesn't taste
Make
like it has alcohol.
Giggle juice is white wine and strawberries and lemon slices and vodka and pink lemonade and 7-Up.
That really is giggle juice.
Yeah, that's
and it like
dangerous.
does not taste like alcohol at all. It's so easy to drink. Also, Cosmopolitans. Try Cosmopolitans. Those are also very easy to drink.
Did I seriously just got one of the set items. Fantastic. Well, I will
Nice.
put that on there.
Oh, I have to go to Kadala because I'm full on shards.
Yeah, that's really the only reason I'm over here.
Where do we want to go next?
I was just gonna randomly go to one of the other acts, I guess.
I really need West March.
Okay. Give me the belt I need, you whore. There we go. Wow, literally the last thing I bought, and that's it.
We have to kill Malthael this round.
Oh God.
Of course we do. We should probably do that first.
Yeah.
Can I actually go get a drink of something stronger before we do that? Because I think I'm gonna need it.
Go for it.
There's a bottle of limoncello on top of the refrigerator.
You'll let me have some of your precious limoncello?
I mean, you can get limoncello in the States. Fuck, you can make it yourself. I keep
Here,
meaning
my
to
husband
try.
just sent me the specific recipe for giggle juice. It's 1 bottle of muscat wine,
Oh,
1
God.
cup of vodka, 3 cups of pink lemonade, a can of Sprite or 7-Up, a lemon cut into thin half moons, and a cup of sliced strawberries, and you put that all into a jug.
Holy shit.
Oh, and 3 cups of ice. Yeah.
That's like basic white girl summertime edition.
It is, and it's fucking delicious. And as my husband says, all in a jug, mix that shit, get wasted. Open the door, walk the dinosaur. Thanks for that. Yeah. Like, you made me read that out loud. For fuck's sake.
Now that song stuck in my head.
Yeah, he's looking very proud of himself right now.
Oh, that song is stuck in my head, and I'm so glad that someone else gets that joke.
He said it's an old meme, but it checks out. And keeping in mind that he's typing this to me, whispering in the game, but he's sitting right fucking next to me.
I like him. He can stay.
Yes. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, no, I mean, we've been together like 8, 9 years or something. I don't know, and he makes me laugh.
That is very, very important.
Yeah. 9 years this past June, apparently.
Why did I do 3?
See.
Dang it. I didn't mean to do 3. Yeah, we're...
Charlie and I have been married. It'll be 9 years in October.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so that means I think we've been together 11 years?
It'll be 11 and a half. Yeah. Because, yeah.
Old!
Kids, get off my Wi-Fi.
Okay, I think
My dog is older than my relationship. He's almost 12.
Oh, wow.
Aww.
Baby.
I still have to make like a decent photo post of Samus because Foof is very photogenic and he's always out and doing shit, but Samus is always hiding and like she's not very good with pictures. She's like really derpy with pictures.
Oh shit. I'll be there soon. Hang on.
It's cool. We're not
Arcade's
fighting
that way.
the actual boss yet, so whatever.
Oh shit.
Get us to the boss and possibly not die. That would be great. I still haven't gotten a legendary potion drop.
Same.
I have.
I know you have, jerk.
Sorry.
Don't apologize, you liar. I don't know why I'm sticking around to fight these things. We can just fucking barrel on through.
That's
God.
fair.
The XP.
Yeah, the XP, that's really it.
And the completionism.
We're just doing bounties. Goal, goal, goal!
Yes, okay.
Yes, mistress. Thank you, mistress.
May I have another mistress? Wait.
Do it now! How's that? Was that good?
Yeah.
Ah, there's a Sam. She's at the window because it's open.
Hi, Keatons.
I guess I have a lot of pictures of her trying to watch TV by being right in front of it, like on the TV stand in front of it.
Good
So
kitty.
maybe I'll post those.
That sounds like Vala. Is it Vala or Pierre that always tries to get in front of the TV?
Mala.
Yeah.
Kitty cat, I love all the pictures of your cats that you post, especially when you say that they're assholes.
They are assholes. Cats are always assholes. But that's part of what makes them entertaining.
Oh shit.
Alrighty.
Oh god. Okay.
We're gonna die.
Oh, we're gonna fucking die.
It's fine. It's fine. Pop your cooldowns.
Do I
Or
have
possibly save them for the second half, depending on how long the cooldowns are. How long is mine? 120 seconds. I'll do it. Fuck it.
Let's see, how bad is mine? No, I'm not popping that now. Ah, shit!
Shit.
Shit!
But run away.
I love how the skeletons surrounding him eat most of these.
Yeah. That's actually kind of cool. We've kind of sort of got a dampening field.
I'm afraid not.
Every skeleton.
Aw, poor kitty. Just keep him and
there
love
we
his
go.
stupid ass.
Oh, why did I do that? Oh, God.
Shit.
Duck, move.
Shit!
Yeah, when he gets in the middle, you have to get behind him from like, where
I
he's
was-
not feeding.
Damn it. I was trying to spam my Land of the Dead. Oh, that was the problem. I was in the fog. Shit.
Well, you also got blasted when he went into center there.
Shit,
Yeah, you have to
like,
get
yeah.
out of that.
Shit.
That's what kills people.
Shit.
The fog is bad, but you
Just don't stand it, stupid! Damn it!
There we go.
dead is dead.
And so am I!
This dead may never die?
All men must die.
All men deserve.
And I do both at the same time!
That was easy. I don't see what you were complaining about.
I have been dead!
It's only a flesh wound.
Jack just cries quietly.
Oh, jeez. I haven't had the real drink yet either.
This will be a challenge.
Oh, I
Why'd
didn't
you log
realize-
into the game only to go into another game after? What the fuck, dude? Why do you do these things?
Kitty Cat, I didn't realize that Aslan was a foster. And you just kept him.
Yeah, I saw that beauty blender thing because apparently somebody thought it was funny, I guess, and edgy. I don't know. Some people just, yeah. Well, because there was this trend of like people using different things to blend their makeup, and like I mean, people were using fucking like, I did not see that stupid message. Anyway, shit, like tea bags and I don't know, just other stupid crap. I did not. Now, you're making me sound insane because I'm responding to your stupid whispers.
Oh, shit.
This world can abide you no longer.
Okay, I'll go over here and get these. Oh, God!
Yeah,
Ow.
you probably
Ow.
don't want to get the shrines
Ow!
because you are going to spawn things.
I was just... Ow.
I shouldn't laugh, but it's too funny.
It's too funny, it really is. I was just trying to help.
It's like the try-hardingest. He's like, it's like our team is made up of like a group of siblings, and like you're the brother that just has to come along because we have to bring you because mom said so.
Yeah, pretty much. That is too real. Now
Oh,
be sure
I'm
to
awful, I'm
take
sorry.
be sure to take your little brother. Do we really have to? Oh, guys, I just want to help.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it's
that's
funny because it's your
I
stream.
can do stuff. I learned a new spell. And it's like a healing spell that only heals like 10 HP.
I'm participating.
Yeah. I'm helping. Yeah.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Ow!
Yeah, this is not going as well as it should. Huh?
Oops. Why am I in the middle of everything?
That's a good question. Ah, so you're the rogue type. You just run around stabbing things and run away when shit gets real. I get it.
No, that is actually the exact opposite of what I am. I'm usually
No, I'm
the...
talking about Cat.
Oh,
With your
Cat.
comment.
Oh, shit. shit. My thing, but my chat has failed again. Okay. Half a moment. I don't really think this plugin is going to work very well, so I'm just gonna have to turn it off and do the normal thing. So, oh well. Let's remove that.
There, you want to help duck you? Oh, never mind. I
Oh.
was gonna think you could open one of the chests, but we both opened them.
Man, I'm too slow even for that.
That should not be that funny, but it totally is. I'm dying.
Oh
Like, hey,
dear.
you can help. Oh no, no, you can't.
Like
I
Lucy
was all
with the
excited. I
football.
thought I found something for you to do.
Oh,
And then when we were like
jeez.
Lucy with the football.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh lord.
Ooh. Wait a minute. I might actually be able to make this work. Give me a second. Yay! I can actually get the thing to work now.
Yay.
Okay. Where the hell am I? When in doubt, teleport to y'all. Oh god!
Astrocat, I am so with you on that. Because I actually have thought about getting a pickup truck for, you know, stage managing and hauling set pieces and stuff because it's my job, but I don't want anyone to ask me to help them move.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I'm always more than willing to help people move, just feed me afterwards, but there are just some days, like, when we were moving everyone from the manor to headquarters, there came a point where I'm like, my body says I'm done. I know we're not done, but my body said we're done, so I can't move anymore.
You had to haul a lot of really heavy furniture.
It was a lot of heavy furniture. But yeah, if I had a truck, I would have to do that, like, every weekend, and no. I don't have enough skill slots.
Now I know that if we got something like that, I've got a friend who is a silversmith and a goldsmith, and I would end up helping them a lot with going to Home Depot and stuff. I mean, I already do with our car, but if we had something bigger, then, you know, they'd be able to get bigger stuff, so I know I would definitely be employed for that. But I don't mind, because they don't really have anybody else, so. Uh-oh, don't stand there.
So, what was the comment that I missed? Oh shit!
Apart from dying?
I don't think you missed that part.
Yeah, apparently I did, because I died again.
Aw, Loki, did you just fart? Oh no, the cat's pooping. Ugh. Thanks, Poop, for that glorious gift.
I made this!
Yeah. Well, because the litter box is in the computer room so that it's not out in the main part of the house, because my mom really can't deal with smells. Like, that kind of stuff. So, our compromise on being allowed to move the cats in with us when we moved into the house was trying to minimize the smell. But of course that means when I'm in here, I get to deal with it. Thankfully, the smell, like, when it's new litter, it doesn't last long because we use, like, a litter that deodorizes quickly. Like, I can already smell the deodorizing effect. So that's cool. And that was my little story about my cat pooping. I hope you all enjoyed it.
We appreciate it.
Here every Thursday.
You're waiting.
You will make a fine corpse. I am I have long waited for this knowledge.
Okay.
Okay.
Where to next?
Repository of bullshit is more like it.
I feel that in my soul.
Oh no, poor kitty. Long hair kitty with the scoots is like the worst thing ever.
Oh god, yes.
I literally have no comment.
Except to say that you have no comment.
I'm sorry. You cut up there for a second.
Don't worry about it. It wasn't
No.
important.
Oh.
I was just being a smartass.
Oh no, then you have to repeat it.
No, it's timing. That's fast.
Ah,
Yeah,
damn.
moment's gone. Moment's gone.
How much time do I have to think for a comeback? That was it. You you wasted your time asking about comebacks to actually make the comeback. Oh.
That would be me. That tends to be me.
Oh, there's the repository of bullshit.
Oh my god. So my microphone is picking up the fucking keyboard shit, but like nothing else? What the hell? My clacky rainbow keyboard.
Oh, you have a rainbow keyboard.
I do. It's one of them like really fucking fancy $200 keyboards or some shit. But we got it for like free actually, and it cost about $10 for David to repair because a guy had it and something was wrong with one of the keys or something. And he gave it to David, like, if you want to, you know, go through and fix it, then it's yours.
Nice.
And yeah, so I ended up buying the $80 matching mouse to go with it, though.
That was like me. I just bought a new mouse recently because I found one that was flamingo patterned, and I had to have
I
it.
saw that one. My friend has that. Oh my god. We named all the flamingos. I don't remember what we named them all anymore. But we did.
I love that though.
And the one on the bottom right's the suspicious one. Don't trust him.
But yeah, he hides under your palm, you know. I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna found by the way. Okay.
The night embraces you.
Well, I'm on the full side. Might as well go back to town too.
Yeah, it couldn't hurt.
I am returning to town.
Yeah, I like my keyboard okay. Like the keyboard and mouse combo was like $20. But I've kind of wanted to get one of those mechanical keyboards. I just
Yeah,
love
this
the
one's
way
a
that it
mechanical
sounds.
one. They're clacky. So this one's clacky and it's a rainbow.
Fancy.
And when Diablo's on, it's pretty cool because like the keyboard goes red except for the 4 skill keys, they turn white. Oh, and the Q key for potions turns white. And when my cooldowns are like still on cooldown, then the keys like turn orange. And when I'm dying, the keyboard flashes. And when like legendaries drop, then it flashes orange or green depending on whether it's a set legendary or a orange legendary. So I thought that was kind of cool.
Fancy.
Yeah,
That
because
is
I
very
didn't
fancy.
program that. That's just apparently a functionality with the keyboard and the game. So I'm like, I'm easily amused.
Pretty light.
Whew. I sneezed and they showed up.
Okay. I put up the sensitivity on my mic a little bit because it wasn't really picking up my voice. It picked up the keyboard, but not always, like I was noticing it flashing out when I was talking.
Oh yeah, Bird, you may want to boost your gain a little bit.
Okay. I'll have to get on.
I actually did know that about echidnas.
Oh my god.
Because when I'm watching Netflix, sometimes I watch nature shows.
Oh god, ow.
Are you sure you're not reading Sonic the Hedgehog fanfiction?
I mean, probably there's also that, but...
So that's why he's called Knuckles. Okay.
Oh god! Oh my god.
I had to.
And the first thing, but you know
sorry
what? The
for
first thing
life.
that came into my head was Stinkfist by Tool.
Oh god!
Yeah.
Kitty Cat, I'm sure a furry Sonic the Hedgehog fanfiction writer could tell you what they use them for.
Yeah.
Oh god, did we already tell the story of when everyone in our D&D group discovered that ducks have corkscrew penises?
No, not. I don't think so. I think we have talked about Kenway though, and
Yeah.
his accident.
Yeah. So yeah, long
Google it.
long story short, the party came across a town that
I'm afraid not.
the water supply was corrupted, and my duck familiar decided to go swimming in the nearby lake, and he thought he was having a really good time with a couple of female ducks. Turned out he got under some kind of mind effect spell or whatnot from the water and had a really good time with some potatoes.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay, but did you guys know that the katydid has the largest testicles proportionally out of any other living
No.
thing? So there you go. Now you've learned something.
I didn't even know a katydid had testicles. I figured, being an insect, it must be something else.
No, they have gonads. They have to mate somehow.
Well, I figured that, but I didn't know if that was how it worked. I'm not up on my insect biology. That's what we have scientist friends for.
Yes.
Like cactus owl and...
Or nature shows on Netflix, because that's where I learned that.
There you are. Don't leave me. I have separation anxiety. Mostly my health bar has separation anxiety.
So we've got the useless little brother and the clingy sister. That's cool.
Yep.
I mean, I love you guys.
I found a shiny! Does everyone want to see the shiny? No!
So which one am I, though? I know. The annoying know-it-all.
Yeah, you're the oldest. And you're so pissed because we get away with things that you never would have gotten away with.
Oh god, yeah. No, definitely.
Ah,
That would definitely-
shit.
We're cool. I've got a cooldown. Everything's frozen. And buffs. Buffy things.
Wow, the boss actually helped us out. Well, what?
Sure.
I'm kind of surprised that we're still getting recipes. I thought I had them all by now.
Maybe there's new ones?
I doubt it. They haven't added any new shit for a while.
But for Necromancer.
Well, yeah, but I don't know that there's any new recipe. Well, there might be. I guess. I don't
They
know.
love us.
Cat, that's fair.
And now let's watch everyone die after we saved them.
Squish.
God, Nalthio's a dick.
He is. He's supposed to be one of the good guys, but he's all like, nah, 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 Nephilim are stupid. He's just jealous.
Basically. Well, also he like tries to do the cold logic thing. It's like, yeah, you're an asshole.
Yeah. He's like purely dedicated to his sphere of influence. Which I guess is sort of what angels do, but in his case, it made him a dick.
Your deeds should be rewarded. New Tristan.
But that's why Tyrael's cool, because he basically, like, adjusted his sphere of influence by actually, you know, not being a dick.
It's amazing how that works.
Yeah.
Oh goody, a crossbow that I'm not going to use.
I too got a crossbow that I'm not going to use.
Crusader shield.
That you're not going to use?
Nope. I mean, I could probably sleep in it. It's as tall as I am.
There we go. It's also possibly a raft.
Yeah,
in
there you
dire
go.
situations. I should probably start upgrading some gems. I can probably do that. Because, like, all my gems are still just, like, the third upgrade. What is that? Flawless.
Yeah, I should do that too. I think I will.
While y'all are doing that, I'm going to find something a little bit stronger to drink. I about said harder and thought better of it.
That was smart.
But then you said it anyway, so now we're all like, anyway.
Comedy.
Teehee penis? Yeah, exactly. Okay, I can't do flawless royal topazes yet, but at least I have royal topazes. Yeah, my humor's pretty much always about that. I mean, no, shut up, I'm super mature.
What is the mantra of this stream? No one's judging you.
Except everyone's judging.
Except we are, but no one's
Yes.
judging. If he's gonna drink, I'm going to bio break. BRB.
Oh my god, I can just hear Foof whining from across the house. In Foof's case, I think it's just that he likes the sound of his own voice.
Okay, I'm back. Yes, that was Kaylee crying because she needed, I don't know, something. Kaylee was in there crying earlier. So...
Yeah, that's what Samus does, is she's like... "Brr, brr," except when she has something in her mouth like a sock, and then she's screaming because she's so pleased with herself.
What matter, Kaylee? Oh no.
So, Arcane, I am having, some of that, Gentleman Jack that you got me those years ago.
What matters?
Holy crap, I need like Act 4 mats. I only have one corrupted angel flesh.
What's it matter?
I could use some more of that.
Kaylee would like the whole of the internet to know that she is sad.
Aww. Poor kitty.
Meanwhile, I'm willing to bet that Inara is in her typical spot, waiting for bedtime.
Yes, she thinks we all should have gone to bed 2 hours ago.
What, Foof? What? Yeah? Ha, Foof. Meow? No? Nothing? This isn't what you wanted? Ow, ow. He's kicking me. Ow. Meow. Meow.
It's amazing and wondrous food.
See, I keep on telling the animals to get jobs too, and they're just fucking continuing to be deadbeats.
Well, what's it good for?
Nothing.
Okay, Foof. Stop blocking the monitor. I need to see things.
I don't know, because out of the 6 cats that the squad has, only 1 is a boy, and he doesn't have them anymore.
Yeah, no, Foof is definitely fixed. We got him fixed as soon as as soon as he was old enough to get it done. I don't want no spray or kittens. I mean, I do want kittens, but not like, you know, a bunch of them every few months.
Also, we got our cats from the Challenger House, which they do a lot of things for cats before you actually adopt them. Like, they're microchipped, they're already fixed, they already have all of their shots. So
It means the adoption fee is pretty steep for them. I forget what it was. I think it was $100 per cat, but like everything was already done.
Yeah, no, I would say that that's worth it for sure, because if you already have like the first basic things good to go, and microchipping and everything, then that's good.
yeah, it was.
That was our dog we got from the Humane Society, and he had like, I mean, I still had to get him neutered, but other than that.
The thing with the Challenger House is we actually went through an interview process.
Yeah, they do that at the Humane Society where I'm at too. They want to find forever homes, right? So they want to make sure that people are like aware of what they're getting themselves into and willing to deal with that. I'm actually surprised that they let us take my dog, because my brother and I went on our own without my mom, and she didn't want us getting a dog, so she didn't know. And so, you know, it's like us two kids. I think we were like 20, I don't know, what was 12 years ago? I was 22? David, can you do my math? Yeah, 22. So, you know, they sat us down and interviewed us, and like you could see the lady was kind of like, she had her doubts, but she ended up letting us take him anyway. But you know, I mean, he's 12 now and he still minds.
And rotten.
Oh, yeah, David took him on a 6-kilometer walk today, and he actually, like, he's got arthritis, but he did really well apparently. So.
Oh wow. Gentleman Jack.
Right.
Wow, that's a very smooth kick there.
I didn't know that. The old dog sanctuary is not far from here. I want to go play with the old puppies and love them.
Yeah.
You will make a fine court.
Duck, get the shrine.
Oh, right. I was. Did I do the thing?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
And now you are trapped behind walls.
Shit.
Ow! 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 So is that like Murfreesboro or Franklin or one of the many things that's either a suburb of Murfreesboro or a suburb of Nashville because the lines are blurred at this point?
How am I already yawning? It's only 10:15. God damn.
Does that mean we need coffee?
No, coffee doesn't wake me up. It puts me to sleep.
Oh.
One of the joys of ADHD.
Because it's warm and cozy, right? You know?
Well, it's a stimulant, so it helps me focus, but it doesn't actually keep me awake.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, well, I use orange juice. Orange juice helps me. I don't know if it's a placebo effect or what, but it's always worked for me, so...
I've actually heard that that is not a placebo effect. I think the vitamin C in orange juice, and there's a couple of other things in it that actually will help.
Well,
Yes!
whatever those things are, they actually... Oh, you got credit for that kill. Aw,
That was
growing up.
That was the first time that's ever happened.
We should get a little chart with a gold star. Make a Tumblr post. Today, Duck got a kill. We were so proud.
It's like that, oh god, now, who all did the reading caterpillar thing growing up?
Oh, I did.
The very hungry caterpillar?
Where it's like every time you read a book, you got to add to the caterpillar to show how many books you read?
I did not do that.
Oh, okay.
I did that, I remember it.
I just read all the time, so I don't know if I recall there being anything like that. Was that a school thing?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
school thing. We did that until accelerated reader became a thing. I hated accelerated reader so bad.
I don't know. I'm Canadian. Things work different.
Oh god, why
Accelerated
am I
reader
away
was
from...
basically like, it was like so you had to get a certain number of points, and books were worth more or less points depending on like length and difficulty and stuff like that. I think in the accelerated reader program, it only went through the 5th grade. But like the biggest and the book worth the points was actually The Hobbit at like 32, I think. And you had to get a certain number of them, but it was they were basically, they weren't even like comprehension tests. They were like, we're just checking to make sure you actually bothered to read the book. You know, like,
Yeah.
who does so-and-so invite to the party?
Yeah,
You
just
know.
like fact checking, not actually like trying to, you know, talk about, well, you know, what happened in the story and why did they do that, and
Exactly, and it was
Yeah.
so awful. I hated accelerated reader.
that does sound pretty terrible.
I
No,
mean,
I was one of the
because I was always reading.
Yeah, no, I was one of those awful kids that, like, all through grade school and high school, I would always end up, like, whatever novel we were reading, I would read it the first night we had it. Like, I would just, I couldn't, like, I was not, I'm still not a person that's very good at A, impulse control, and B, doing things a little bit at a time. So it's like, you know, when I started reading a book, I just wanted to fucking finish reading it.
Right,
So I
yeah.
would always end up knowing like all the stuff ahead of the rest of the class, so all the questions were really easy for me because I'm like, yeah, I just totally read this. I know what's going to happen, so I know how to answer this question. And it would really upset teachers because I was fucking with their lesson plan.
Right, because, you know, yeah, I did the same thing sometimes. I really had to like the book, because I suffer from the eternal problem of having absolutely no discipline whatsoever in terms of, if I don't want to do something, there is no way you're going to make me.
Oh yeah, no, the books, like, I did not enjoy The Great Gatsby. I don't even think I actually ended up finishing reading that one. So I kind of BS'd my way through the rest of that and ended up reading something else for myself.
I hated it in high school. I did at least appreciate it when I read it I read it again as an adult.
Yeah, it is something that I have on my, like, reread list when I have the inclination, because obviously I did have a different mindset when we read it the first time, but I just, like, I'm saying that, you know, I remember at the time that was a thing for me that I just didn't enjoy it, so I read something else. But, like, I had the same English teacher in high school for 3 years in a row.
Oh god.
Oh my.
Well, the thing is that it was actually kind of fun because he was a really easygoing teacher with me because he, like, knew what I was capable of and stuff, and he didn't really, like... I basically had a pretty good relationship with him. He was sort of like a mentor type to me. But the thing is that, like, he was the kind of teacher that, like, if you started a sentence or answering a question with or he's like, I don't want to talk to you, and he would shut you down and go to the next person, or throw an eraser or a marker at you, or jump up on the desks and, like, hop on each desk all the way to the back to scream in the person's face that's talking at the back of the class.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he was kind of unhinged sometimes, but so he like, had us reading these books, obviously, and, like, you know, like Flowers for Algernon or whatever, or what was the other
Crying
one?
the novel.
What was the book?
Oh, Steven, good
Oh my
to see
God,
you.
I'm fucking forgetting, like, the actual title, but it's, like, the most obvious fucking thing. It's the one where all the stupid idiot kids get into, like, some sort of, like, they get stranded on an island and they start killing each other.
Lord of the
Flies.
Flies.
Thank you. Why am I not remembering Lord of the Flies? Anyway, so that's, you know, a couple of the books that we read, and I, you know, read through them. And then it's like, you know, each class, when we were going through the current chapter we were on and answering questions, he's like, I know you already read the book. You don't get to answer questions.
I know you read it, fuck off.
Yeah, pretty much. So, you know, like, because I would raise my hand, and he's like, I know you know the answer. Shut up for a fucking second. But then, of course, if nobody else knew it, then he would end up being like, okay, fine, you answer it, since no one else seems to have read it. So, you know, it was kind of fun that way, I guess. Also, I lent him comic books, and he lent me comic books, and
Oh, that's
Nice.
awesome.
he bought a house with Spider-Man #1.
World, can I buy you
Jesus, really?
Yes. His brother, on the other hand, was kind of a creeper, and he makes me really uncomfortable. He was a substitute teacher, and he would come in different classes, and I had the unfortunate privilege of sharing a Spanish class with him in college some years later. And every time he sees me, he's one of those guys that comes up to you and hugs you, and I'm like, literally every time, like, I mean, I've had you maybe 3 times in my life as a substitute teacher. I barely know you, and you're hugging me like we're best friends, and you're like an old guy, and I'm like 20. You're weirding me out.
Awkward.
Yeah, so it's just...
Oh, Astro Cat, yes.
I have not.
Duck and I have seen New Spider-Man. Addie, you haven't?
Nope.
It's worth seeing.
Yeah,
Like,
I
not
have
gonna.
not been to a lot of movies in a long time. Like, we went... Excuse me. We went to see Wonder Woman, which was, I think, the first movie we saw since The Witch.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Which is wild, because we're like, we love going to the movies, but the last little while, like maybe, what, that's a year and a half or something, is just, you know, we've been really busy, or I had that itch from hell before the new year, and then I fucked up my knee in January, and David severed a nerve in his hand with some glass, as you do, and, you know, moving and going on vacation for 2 weeks, and just, it was...
I'll have had the best luck.
So, Steven, I wanted to ask, you were talking about year 7. Do your years go, do your years go up to like year 12, or do they go down to like year 0? And let's see, Kat, yes, I seriously, damn it, I died again. Kat, yes, I feel like they totally did get Peter right this time.
At the very least, he actually acts like a teenager.
It's...
Instead of like a creepy dude?
Instead of like a 20-year-old, like he behaves like a 15-year-old. He also specifically behaves like a teenager I work with, that dances at the ballet studio, and I actually nicknamed him Underoos. Like, before the movie came out, I called him Underoos, just because, you know, he was this hilarious, like, way too smart for his own good sort of punk kid, and he made me think of Spider-Man. And, because he would climb around on the walls and hang from door frames and all that kind of stuff, so I took to calling him Spider-Man, and sure enough, like, he even looks like Tom Holland. It's really funny.
Now, I don't want to spoil the movie, but I will say that while it is a bit of an origin story, it is actually an origin story that takes place in the MCU. Like, this takes place after Civil War, whereas the other ones that what was it, Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, those movies do not take place in the same cinematic universe.
Well, no, this was a reboot, right? So,
yeah,
like, they're basically, like, any of the movies that are coming out now where they're trying to make part of, like, the cohesive world or whatever. Like, they're building a whole thing. So any of the movies that came before they started doing that, I would consider irrelevant.
Yeah. And...
But they don't go back and do, like, the Uncle Ben bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we've all seen it so many times in the last 10 years, I imagine we don't need that anymore.
And
yeah, they kind of gave it a cursory nod, and and were like on to other stuff.
Yeah, it was like...
what would be nice to see is if they get the Fantastic Four right one day.
Yeah, no kidding.
Because it's like every movie ends up having something about it that's like, yeah, no, that part is really good, but then it's like the rest of it is kind of, you know.
Yeah, it's good. It has its own feeling too. It feels smaller. It's not like, you know, he's not saving the universe from, you know, Thanos. He's just trying to keep people in New York City out of trouble and good fucking luck.
True facts.
Oh god. I'm with you on that, Steven. I did enjoy the first Fantastic Four, but it just like the second Rise of the Silver Surfer, I felt it could have been better, and I didn't even bother with the new one. No, wait, I did see the new one. Yeah, I wasn't entirely impressed with the new one.
I liked things about the Silver Surfer, but I was just really disappointed with Galactus.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, okay, I mean, I get that Galactus is a big, giant pink guy that eats planets, and that maybe isn't as scary as you were hoping to be, but, like, you know, there are other ways that they could have done it without just making him some sort of, like, vaguely creepy nebulous cloud.
Mm-hmm.
That was also my problem with Apocalypse in the latest X-Men movie. I didn't find him scary. Like, that was, you know, and that's kind of a big problem. Is I didn't really find him all that threatening.
See,
Yeah.
I need to watch that film again, because when we saw it in the theaters, I thought he was plenty scary. But now, I think part of it was just me going, oh my god, the big bad from my childhood is finally on the screen. And I think I'm scared more of that than anything else.
That's fair. I can totally understand that.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's, oh geez, who played him? Name is completely... Oscar... Is it Isaacs?
Yeah, I think it's Oscar Isaacs.
Yeah. I mean, props to him. He's a great actor. I want to say that it was more of a writer's thing than anything else. Oh, boy, that stuff is strong.
It's whiskey, honey.
Yep.
That how it do.
Mm-hmm.
It's good for you.
Indeed.
Alright, how are we doing
Alright.
on mats here? Well, I could use some Act 2, but who all do we... Oh.
I need Act 2 and Act 1 as well. But I think that's all we've got left, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, Kat, that is the same person.
Yup.
I can definitely get Act 2. I still need more Act 4. I only have 7 now. Like, it's pathetic, but Act 2 I only have 6, but, you know, I can get more right now.
I have 2
You know what I'm saying.
I have 2 of Act 2.
Yeah. So let's go there.
God, I keep having to remind myself that we're getting Star Wars Episode 8 this year.
Yep.
I'm not ready.
I can take it or leave it.
I was never really a big Star Wars person either. I like them. I enjoy them.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I definitely like. Yeah, I enjoy the movies, but I'm not so much into them that I need to be involved in the fandom kind of thing.
Right. I'm not writing fanfic for it.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, no.
and I'm cool with watching it once, and that's
Damn
it.
it.
Although I still haven't watched Rogue One.
I enjoyed it.
It's on Netflix now because Canada still has Disney.
Yeah, well, Canada's done with your healthcare and your...
Yeah.
Yes,
I can get hit by a car and not get into debt.
yes, Steven, I'm right there with you. I'm not 100% sure I'm ready to see her again on the screen.
I still can't watch Robin Williams movies.
Me neither.
I'm not ready.
So we do, our friend circle that's local here does movie nights every Sunday, and I know that there's Robin Williams movies on the list, and I'm just really, I had to stop myself from being like, no, I can't do the Robin Williams movies.
Yeah. I don't have that reaction with a lot of actors, but for some reason, Robin Williams was one of those people that...
That was my childhood. Like,
yeah, it's like he was
just
basically
hurts
like
me.
my TV dad kind of thing, you know? Like it really hit me hard, and watching him is still kind of like a wrenching pain in the chest, and it's so weird to me because I'm like, I literally do not get that way with other, like I'm still having a hard time with David Bowie too, but that's for other reasons. It's not just it's not just his death, it's revelations about things he did in the 70s that make it difficult for me to retain my idolization.
Right. Yeah, I can't.
So I'm having a hard time listening to his music and, like, you know, even enjoying Labyrinth on the same level, because I'm just like, oh, and now you're dancing with a 14-year-old girl, and, like, if this was, like, 5 years before, you totally would have banged her. That's really gross. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah, there was definitely a whole heap of ick there.
Yeah. And I mean, obviously he's not the only one, it's just that he, out of the group of them that were all kind of doing that, he's the one that I idolized the most. Like, I mean, he was my high school life.
Right.
So I'm still coming to terms with that, like, a year and a half later. Maybe 2 even.
Arcane, I hate to tell you this, but, I think Birdie called dibs.
No, I think we can all go. Didn't you decide, like, we would have to live in, like, a little tent community in your backyard, but, you know.
Well, I mean, we've got a guest room, and that fits, like, 2 or 3 people, depending on how snug you want to be. And then we're getting that new couch, and that'll fit a couple of people.
Okay.
I mean, I'll sleep outside.
So I should ask, just what is the typical hottest temperature that you have up there?
David, what would you say in Fahrenheit is, like, the hottest that Windsor gets? Not not counting what it feels like, but, like, the base temperature and then what it feels like. I think the base temperature is like 114.
Fuck!
Really?
That hot?
110? Yeah, and then the humidity makes it feel like 120.
That's
In Canada?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
How is that possible?
The humidity makes it feel, yeah, like 118 to 120.
I mean, like, down here, it's really bad when it breaks 100, but then again, that's usually because most of the time, especially in July and August, we live in about 95% humidity, so everything feels like 20 degrees hotter than it normally is.
Yeah, we have really high humidity during the summer a lot of the time. And,
yeah, I did know this. I did notice that up north there's more humidity than you'd think there would have been, because I learned that lesson in Glacier National Park.
I live in Windsor, Ontario, which is the southernmost city in the country. We are actually south of Detroit and half of Michigan. And because we kind of curl around and under there in a little peninsula type thing across the river.
Are you cuddling with Michigan?
Pretty much. And we're surrounded by the Great Lakes, so I think that's where a lot of that comes from.
Jesus balls.
Because, literally 2 hours north of us is what we would call the snow belt. Because, like, for some reason, Windsor doesn't get a lot of snow during the winter these last few years. But, like, just up in London and Toronto and stuff, they're getting, like, you know, several inches into feet and having to, you know, shut down their city and stuff. And we're just like, whatever. I think it snowed once and it melted. And then that was it.
Wait, Steven, you said you got almost a 50 Celsius? Okay, stop me if I'm wrong, but because I'm trying to do this conversion in my head. Does that mean it would have gotten up to 122 degrees Fahrenheit?
What
I'm
Celsius?
looking it up.
50.
Yeah, that's probably.
Son of a bitch.
50 Celsius to Fahrenheit is 122 degrees.
Wow, I got the conversion right.
Steven, where the hell are you? What hellscape do you live in?
I don't see Steven's chatting.
Oh, he's on YouTube. He'll show up every so often in the restream chat box. I know you're okay. I know you're in Australia. I just can't remember where.
Oh, that would
exactly.
explain why.
I mean, are you in the Northern Territory somewhere? I have no idea.
There's a lot of that country that's desert.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Australia in general just wants to kill you, right? So, if it's not the weather, it's the wildlife. If it's not that, I'm sure it's plants. It's basically a whole lot of Audrey 2 up there.
Please tell me no one bought any plants after Monday.
No, but I had to listen to the soundtrack that whole day.
Ah, Victoria. Okay.
I ought to see if Joseph ever wants to get on and say hi. I should poke him. Especially considering, like, Diablo, like, discussion of Diablo was the foundation of our friendship. He was the guy that I met on the Red vs. Blue forum, of all places. Funnily enough, hunting for people to play Diablo 2 with.
That's
To be a pattern.
That was what was his handle? Hypno?
No, that was Senoro.
Ah.
No, Hypno was Aaron. I never did find him again. I really ought to go looking.
That foe will die.
Whew. Oh, my kingdom to see some snow again.
Not me. Nobody can drive in it.
I don't care about driving it. I
People
just
can drive in it. It just depends on where you're at.
no one can drive here in it. Then again, no one here can drive in. They can't drive in rain. They can't drive in snow and ice. They can't drive when a breeze comes by because it's just people are angry.
No.
Right now, our problem is that our whole fucking city's under construction.
Oh, fun. Us too.
And I'm like, you know, if you guys actually did this, like, incrementally like you should have, then it wouldn't be an issue right now.
Yeah, near our house, they're putting in a couple of overpasses on the main parkway, and the construction project is going to take them a minimum of 2 years.
I think we're currently halfway through year 1.
Yeah.
And we've just got, like, you know, there's major construction on all the major roads.
I heard
And then,
Goblin.
oh wait, there's also construction on all the fucking
Got it.
detour routes. Like, every side road or whatever, back way or different way I want to take home between work and home, or if we want to go to another place, like if we're going shopping, I'm like, oh look, there's still fucking construction here.
Owl, I would be more than happy to come visit and enjoy the snow. It's just that it's gonna be a while before I can, you know, take more than a day or two off.
Except for DragonCon.
Yeah, I've been saving up for that shit. And if my contract goes the way of the dodo and I have to switch employers in a couple of months, then I'm gonna be right back at 0 again.
But DragonCon.
At least I'll have Dragon Con. However, I don't know about Thanksgiving or Christmas. That's gonna suck.
Well, we'll have to just drive separately.
I mean, like, I would get off of work on Wednesday. I would have to drive Wednesday night and then drive back Thursday night.
I've got winecation in February for Family Day. Yay, Canadian holiday or rather, made-up Canadian holiday.
Winecation?
Yes. I'm meeting an online friend, actually an RP partner and fellow Fanable. I bought the Radiance anthology for her.
Oh, yeah!
So I
As an author, I thank you for your support.
so I figured, I was like, well, you know, maybe I'll plan a trip out to where you live and we can, you know, hang out for a couple of days and I'll bring you the book. And then she came up with the idea to meet halfway, which would actually be like Niagara Falls and Toronto, because they live in Pennsylvania and they can go up through New York, and it's about the same, like it's maybe an hour longer from their end than it is from our end to get to Niagara Falls.
Nice.
So we're gonna go on a wine tour in Niagara on the lake, probably, and that's why we're calling it Winecation.
Ah.
I approve.
Oh.
Oh, Kat, yes.
And we're gonna go to
can-
Toronto for the day to see a bunch of Hannibal things.
I love it. I love it so much. As for Kat, yes, I can cook turkey that isn't dry. Deep frying it is the best way, but I can also roast one in the oven that isn't dry. The trick is that you have to cook it over a bath of something like
Yeah, you have to keep it basted.
yeah, you have to keep it basted, and you have to I usually put just anytime I roast anything like chicken, pork, anything like that, I always do it over a tray of like wine or broth or something, and that also helps steam it and keep it moist. That's the trick.
Steven, you don't get snow, you get storms alternating with bushfires. We get rain, lots of rain, and like during winter, all we get is rain. We hardly ever get any snow anymore. We get a lot of ice, and then
That sounds like us, yeah.
and then we also get tornadoes in the spring and sometimes in the fall if the weather is just right.
Tornadoes!
Yeah, we got a tornado, like, not this past spring, but the spring before, and it actually, like, it's the first one to touch down here in, like, I think 20 years or 15 years, something like that.
Jesus. It's pretty rough.
Yeah, so it kind of, you know, I mean, it didn't do a whole lot of damage, but it did.
Probably
Just
scared the
really
piss out of y'all.
Yeah, well, the problem was that the weather advisor or whatever, like, they didn't warn us. Like, it was really late. By the time they warned us, it was, like, already destroying shit.
Well,
So
yeah,
people
like,
were like,
that's
oh,
the way-
that... Yeah, they got in, like, a lot of trouble for that.
It's really hard to predict them. I mean, even here.
No, absolutely.
like,
But
you
it's like
know-
they didn't have, like, you know how they have a watch or a warning? Like, the warning is if it's touched down, and the watch is if it's, like, the conditions are right. We didn't have a tornado watch warning. Like, they didn't say that the conditions were right, so nobody was even, like, nobody was thinking that it was gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, we watch, you know, when a watch happens, like, we go,
Ow.
that's when we go out on the front
Damn it.
yard. Die.
Cat, yes, it was the end of April, beginning of May 2011, when our state was hit with 190 tornadoes.
In like an afternoon.
That is an obscene amount of tornadoes.
It was pretty bad. Knocked out power in our area for like.
Yeah, it was about it was around 2 weeks. And
Killed killed about 70 something people, I think. In North Alabama, it killed way more in South Alabama.
My husband just whispered me the best thing was that everyone was complaining about needing tornado sirens, but Windsor had them removed in 1977 because there hadn't been a tornado in so long and no one wanted to pay to maintain them.
oh god.
So it's like, obviously, you know, yeah, we're gonna bitch about it when it happens, but then it's like, oh, well, there hasn't been one in so long, and it's like, yeah, sometimes they just don't happen for a while. Weather's funny that way. But whatever.
Can't I move?
Yeah, most of the time, our area doesn't really get a lot of like major disasters, except we get like really high winds. Like people are losing their garbage cans down the street, and trees are blowing over and ruining houses and cars and things like that.
Oh,
But-
yeah.
Yeah, but
We get that too sometimes with straight line winds. That's actually worse
Yeah.
than the tornadoes sometimes.
well, yeah, because like tornadoes usually have a very specific and direct path, but like the winds like that, it just kind of
All
blows
of you.
shit everywhere. So
Fuck
I
all
mean,
of you.
yeah. But it's all flat land here, so there's no like mudslides or anything.
I'll never forget when I was vacationing in Europe with my best friend. People not really knowing their geography. You know, we would say where we were from, and we like live in Alabama, and they'd be like, "Oh, are you like down on the coast?" And we're like, "No, we're about 8 hours from the Gulf." They'd be like, "Oh, okay, that's okay, I know where you are. Do you guys get the hurricanes?" And we're like, "No, we don't get hurricanes. We get tornadoes." And they're like, "Oh, does that happen like every 4 or 5 years? You'll get one?" And we're like, "No, about
No,
every
there's
6
like a season, yeah.
And I mean, every time they just look at you like, and I eventually figured out why, and it was because, like all it ever does is thunder over there, and they all freak the hell out. And we're like, ooh, thunder, it's relaxing.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, it's always interesting to me how, like, the concept of distance and, like, Europe, you can basically, like, fall off your fucking car and be in a different country, you know what I mean? Like, it's...
Pretty much.
It's a small continent with a lot of countries in it, and all of them, will have all their little different languages, and so, it's like, we talked about that before, where it's, like, necessary for people to actually know multiple languages there, while in, North America, it's like, I mean, you've just got really English and then some French and Spanish. Like, most people basically just know English, and there's no reason, really, to know anything else, because it's all the same country, or a similar country. And, the other thing being that, like I've seen it or heard it many times before, where it's like kind of mind-boggling to somebody that it's like, you can't just visit LA for a weekend if you live in fucking New York. Like, that's across the country, and that's like a 5-6 hour flight. Like, at least, it might be 6 or 7 hours actually. Like the fact that like the East Coast and the West Coast can kind of be like separate countries too. It's like it's not as homogenous as you think it is just watching a movie.
It's always like whenever when I was in England so many years ago talking to my cousins, they didn't quite grasp the size of the U.S. and I'm like, okay, think about this. We have, if you count Alaska and Hawaii, I think we have 6 time zones.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, fuck.
Europe has, I think, 2 time zones, maybe?
Maybe 2 or 3, yeah. I think somebody sticks out into a 3rd.
That might be part of, like, I mean, Russia itself has like 4, I think, 3 or 4, which is considered part of Eastern Europe. But, like, most of Europe is like, if you're looking at England to, like, how far, Lithuania, like, around, that is all, I think, one time zone.
Right. My dad one time was, they had brought some people over from one of the European space agencies. I think it was maybe the French one. And they were like talking about, my dad overheard them talking about their plans, and they were like, well, we want to go see the Grand Canyon, and then we want to do this, and we want to do this. And he was like, oh, are you guys going to stay here for like, a few weeks? And they were like, oh no, we thought we would do that in a weekend. And he's like,
yeah. No, that's not going to happen.
This was way in the years before Google Earth or anything.
Yeah, before people really actually saw, But that's exactly what I mean. Like, people are like, oh yeah, we're just gonna, see all these major U.S. landmarks and things. And I'm like, so you are prepared to take like a couple of months to go across the whole fucking country, right? Because I mean,
Yeah. Walter and I did I think a 3-week long road trip, and we just kind of did the western like third of the United States. Let me move. I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm dying.
Yeah, wasn't there like that was the same trip when you were like, don't go through Oklahoma because there's fucking nothing there.
Okay, but seriously, the worst state to drive through is Ohio. Just putting that out there.
See, I've heard. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I've heard that.
I've also heard Texas because it takes you literally 2 days.
No, you want to go through Oklahoma.
Texas has a lot more variation in what's going on as you pass through the state. Like,
Oklahoma is bullshit.
But Ohio is just fucking corn.
Ah, that sounds like
Except
Nebraska.
for Cincinnati. And Cincinnati is fucking bullshit. Because let me tell you, the fucking I-75, which is the highway that you have to take if you want to go anywhere down from where I live through, like, if you want to visit Georgia, if you want to visit Florida, if you want to visit Tennessee, that's their main highway. Well, passing through Cincinnati, depending on what time you leave, you end up hitting rush hour traffic. Because the fucking highway goes right through downtown Cincinnati.
Ugh.
Of course it does. Good planning on that one.
Yeah. And I'm just like, but why? Why do we do this?
Arcane, would you like to elaborate on? I don't know about this, or I must have forgotten what you're referencing. Cat, that kind of sounds like the Autobahn, which the speed limit
Except
is
actually.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say that actually the Autobahn has the fewest accidents.
Oh, well, right, because people over there actually know how to fucking drive, because...
Well, it's because of the lack of speed limit, people are attentive, and also, like, they make sure to get out of the way when someone's going to pass them, and, like, it's just like, oh, well, I don't want to go that fast, let's just get out of the way then. Like,
and also
it
they're
seems like
driving
people
way speed.
Yeah.
Like, they really make you know how to, like, thread a needle with your car before they'll give you a license.
Yeah.
Well, it's like that here.
I don't know if it's... I don't know if this still holds true, but I heard, at least in England, the pass rate was 25% for driver's tests.
I think I don't know what the pass rate is here, but, like, we have... The G1 is the learner's permit, like, that's the written test, and then the G2 is where you have to have a licensed driver with you at all times in the passenger seat, and you're basically, the learning how to drive phase, and then the full G is, and you have, like, between the G1 and the G2, it has to be at least a year, I think, before you can apply for the second one, and then another year before you can get the full G, which is your final, like, that's your official driver's license.
So I need to read this bit here. Okay, so shit. All right. There. Okay. So Texas Passenger Law states that insurance providers cannot cover abortions unless it's a medical. Oh, for fuck's sake.
That's wow.
Welcome to our country.
Yeah. This is the same state that wants to secede from the rest of the nation every time a Democrat is elected president.
Maybe they should.
Yeah, I kind of been itching to have that war.
The only problem is that don't they still have a lot of oil?
There is that.
But So going back to the... Okay, I don't know how it is in Alabama. I can tell you what it was like in Tennessee. 15 years old, you could take a written test and get a learner's permit, which you had to have... you could only get this at 15, and you had to have a licensed driver over the age of 21 with you at all times if you were driving.
For us, it's 16.
At 16, that is when you can get your actual driver's license, and it's just that is just a driving test at that point. If you didn't get a learner's permit beforehand, then you had to take the written and the driving test in the same day.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do that. Like for us, the G1 is a whole separate thing, and it's actually like part of the stages in the process. Like if you don't do the G1 first, you can't do the G2.
Now you could take a driver's ed course at your school, which it didn't really like do anything for you legal wise. Like I think it did give you more. I don't know if it gave you more credits in your school or whatever, but it
also
did.
lowers your insurance.
Yeah, it does lower your insurance.
That's all it does in Alabama. It just lowers your insurance.
That's what it does for us. Like we can't. But the thing is, with it, like I'm boggled by the fact that you could do that at school. We didn't have driver's ed in school. Driver's ed is like a separate thing on its own. That you can do private companies, and there's also CAA, which is like AAA. They also offer the courses, but like there's nothing like that in actual, like in high school.
Well, this was, when I took it, it was during the summer, because the course wasn't really that long. I want to say it was like 2 weeks.
We took a full semester, but you also got your motorcycle license and your boating license.
Oh, wow.
Because both of those are written tests only, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that's definitely not how it works here on that. Like motorcycle is another, like you have to take a class and earn your M license. And I'm pretty sure it's something similar for boating as well.
I kind of like that system, Steven. The reason why I got mine in 16 was because I had to go to work. It was just one of those, like, my dad made a deal with me of, you can either have me take you to school until you get out of high school, or you can actually get your own driver's license and you can drive yourself. However, if you get a driver's license, you have to work. Period. Like, sure, you're still gonna go to school, but you must have a part-time job. And
I mean, that's fair. You gotta, to either cover insurance on the car, put gas in the car, that kind of stuff.
Well, it was a little bit different for me. I mean, my dad worked for an insurance company at the time, so he was going to get a discount on rates regardless. He didn't, I didn't have to worry about paying for insurance, but I had to take the majority of my paycheck and put it in savings for college.
That's fair also. I mean, that's mostly what I had. I was giving my money.
I wasn't allowed to have a job until I was 8.
I didn't, but it was just because I, like, with what free time was I going to work? Because I was in a marching band.
I definitely wasn't rushing out the door to get a job. It's just my parents kind of had a... Well, my mom didn't really have much of a childhood. And, my parents both came from Poland when it was still a communist country. So they had, some very specific ideas of, what they thought would give me the most enriching childhood, I guess. And they didn't want me to have to work. and
Fair
they
enough.
wanted me to basically have that, you know, leisure time and free time to just be a kid and whatever. And then I decided to get a part-time job when I was older, just so I could, you know, have extra spending money or whatever by the time I was like 18, 19 years old. But before that, there was no requirement, and in fact, a discouragement of it.
It just never came up for me because I again, like I said, in what free time? I was in marching band, and that was, you know, like going to school again. It was, you know, 12, 15 hours a week of rehearsal, and
I had no discipline. I wasn't involved in anything.
Yeah,
I just fucking played video games and screwed around with my friends and went to the movies.
I was on the newspaper staff. I was in advanced placement. I was on track and cross country, and I was working, and like I was allowed to take off after Christmas of my senior year of high school because I needed that time to look for a college. But when I got to college, I hadn't even officially enrolled yet. I was just there of, oh, we're going to take a look at this and see if this is a place that you want to go to. And I'm like, I really want to go here. I got set up with a job before I left the school. I'm like, okay, we'll see you back in a month for your orientation. Did that seriously just happen? I'm now working in college? Freshman year? Really? Wasn't that bad, though. It was a bookstore.
Yeah, no, for me it was, well, I didn't bother learning how to drive until my brother did. So he was, the second he turned 16, he was like, I'm getting my fucking license. And I was like, might as well go because he is. And then when when we were both eligible for our G2, again, I only went because he went. So I was like, might as well. And I went to the classes he did. And then same thing with the G. Like, we ended up just going for our test on the same day, and we like both used the same car and all that to take our test. So, you know, that's basically how that worked out. As
yeah,
for
I didn't learn to drive
involvement,
till I was 18. I just had no interest in it. I didn't have a car. I didn't.
well,
have a
yeah,
job.
that's the thing. I didn't have like any reason to. I was still, like, my parents gave me rides if I needed it, or other people's parents did, or I took the bus or I walked. Like, the places that I was generally going were very accessible, and I didn't really have that push. So, like I said, when my brother went and he was like, you know, all gung ho, my parents were like, well, I mean, if he's going, you might as well go. Like, we'll pay for you to go and everything. And I was like, yeah, fine. You know, like, I mean, it's kind of just the tag along thing. I passed the first time every time, so it's obviously I didn't do that bad, even though I didn't care. I think I'm an okay driver.
So it's 10 o'clock here. Do we want to try to push for Act 1, or do we want to call it a night?
I'm fine either way. I can go through Act 1 if you want. We can finish off the 5th.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Looking to see what we've got to do. We do have to kill the spider, but
What a bitch. Let's do that first, because it's annoying to go through all that.
Okay.
Christy
no
shit.
shit.
Just get it over with. Yeah, I'm trying to think of like what I was even involved in high school. I think I did campus ministry for a little while.
Bye,
Like, we did the
Arcane.
Easter Seals.
Get near.
Good night. I did the Easter Seals telethon and walkathon, and
Blessed me.
never got involved in any sports. I did the sewing club for a little while, but that ended up just being an excuse for me to hang out after school with people I liked, so I didn't actually really get much done. Which, shock.
Ooh,
I mean,
resplendent
that never
chest
happens
over
with
here.
me.
There's a what over here?
Resplendent chest.
Oh.
Creature will die.
Loot pinata, loot pinata.
Oh shit.
If only we got a rainbow goblin, then there would actually be a pinata. Like a loot
Maybe.
pinata. It's actually kind of sad because, I mean, seriously, a rainbow goblin, there's so much loot. Like you get now with those, I told you, I think, that they fixed up like all the different things that were dropping shit. Like now you get a lot of Death's Breath and Forgotten Souls and a shit ton of gold from like all the mushrooms and gifts and like those happy clouds and
Those pep clouds creep me the fuck out.
right.
There's something wrong with something that's that just cheekily happy.
Well, I mean that whole realm is sort of wrong. This
It just makes me feel icky
yeah.
and unclean.
Well, I tend to have exactly that issue with those people that are always like, just stay positive. Like, I mean, I get, you know, the power of positive thinking and blah, blah, blah can be really helpful, but, you know, for certain people of us that, like, that kind of
Over it.
positivity just rings fake and gross and frustrating. Like, it's just, like, I get what you're trying to do, but I am not your target audience.
Right.
It,
That was what I
I
loved about my yoga teacher, was she was very zen and very like power and positive thinking, but she would occasionally, like, we would get into a pose and she was like, now just, we all need to breathe through it. I know this sucks, but we're just gonna
what I liked about her was that she, like, whenever you took a class from her, whether it was private instruction or with a group or whatever, you could be there for the physical or the metaphysical, and she was 100% attentive to either one of your needs. Like when like I was having some really bad back problems, and so I got to have a private session with her, and at that point I was there, like, I am needing some very, like, I'm needing help from a physical standpoint, and then it was almost like taking yoga from an anatomy teacher, of just, okay, we're going to do this position, and this is specifically what we are targeting, this is why we do this, and this is how you're supposed to move in this particular way. And I'm like, oh my god, this is so much information. And
Yeah, it makes you feel like less like you're just doing something that rich white people do, and
Yeah.
that there's actually a purpose for it.
right.
Oh, you bitch! Get back here. Fucking spider. Whore. I don't know why I'm slut-shaming the spider, but she makes me mad.
there's a certain fan community I'm in which I really don't like the spider in that one either.
Well, this one just keeps on, like, you know, unless you can, like, almost one-shot her, you always have to go through the 3 phases of her disappearing.
I've never seen anyone one-shot her before.
I've
We
seen
can
Addie
switch
do
over.
it.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can switch over to one of my other characters.
I've seen Addie do it.
I can do a chicken run. Bok bok.
Bok bok, motherfucker.
Yep, exactly. I mean, while we're on the whole bird team.
Wark.
Okay, now that that's over with, let's kill Tiffany.
Oh my god, Tiffany!
I don't know why I have to say it that way.
You know,
It's spelled with an
Tiffany is
E.
like-
Tiffany.
well, and also Tiffany is so Tiffany. Oh my god.
Like I'm
Yeah, I'm imagining like a Valley Girl zombie.
a Valley Girl zombie with a broken Starbucks cup, and I'm like, you're using
Yeah,
too
yeah.
many E's in your name.
Rotting pumpkin spice. Oh god, now I'm picturing like a zombie chick with like the gray leggings instead of pants and like
Oh god.
the infinity scarf and a pumpkin spice Starbucks cup. It's all moldy.
Pumpkin spice
White
brain.
girl aesthetic zombie style.
I should totally go to Dragon Con as a basic white zombie.
Oh my god!
Yes.
Do it! Do it and tag me in the pictures on Tumblr.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I love that. You're like giggling and then, oh no, I'm dying again.
I didn't think I was standing that close to stupid.
You know, today David and I went out for soup
Shit.
for lunch and we had duck chorizo gumbo.
Oh.
Nick.
Since we have all
j-
these bits of duck everywhere.
I should not do the really, really bad sexual joke. I really no.
Well, now you've said it.
I was just gonna say, now you've said it. I mean, like, you know,
Was I okay? Was I tasty?
delicious, in fact. And tender and juicy.
I've had a lot of people say I'm tender.
You're a delicate flower.
And also in video games, you appear to be made of paper, so...
Yeah, yeah.
Like a delicate crane.
I'm not even a paper tiger. I'm more of a paper. No, I am a paper duck, really.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah, paper duck. Just go with it.
I don't know. I'm not that flexible.
You can be anything if you try hard enough.
Or if we
God,
try.
I made a grossed out face at myself just now. Just so you know.
Demon, I'm gonna come have lunch with you. That sounds delicious.
Yeah, David was the one that had that duck chorizo gumbo. I had creamy curry cauliflower soup.
I'm gonna come have lunch with y'all. Let's off this stupid fucking diet.
Cat, there's...
Can't do that.
I don't think anyone has to say it. It's always implied. Like this, for instance. Fuck. Ow. Ow.
Only gas knife.
I'm just gonna go ahead and stand wherever I want.
Yeah, some of us can't.
That's why I said it, because I'm showing off. God.
Let her have her moment.
All the moments are mine.
You have every moment.
Wow, you confused me for a second there, Birdie. I'm like, who the fuck is that? Did someone else join us? Because you're like transformed.
Yep.
Oh god.
Don't mind me. I'm just covered in the bones of my enemies.
And the occasional strawberry
As you do.
yoo-hoo?
Yeah. And there's blood everywhere. Look at that. Yeah, bubble. I feel like going for a swim.
life's greatest joy is when you have enough damage output that you can actually kill him before he finishes talking.
Oh god, it's my favorite thing to interrupt him. I'm always disappointed when he doesn't end up saying anything yet. Because I want to hear, to me, you, and then done. It is, yes, definitely one of those things. I also like interrupting Asmodan.
That's fair.
He's just a big motherfucker.
Oh, do we... I was gonna say, did we want the shrine?
Oh, sorry, I accidentally hit it. I was on autopilot.
It's okay. It's
I just
probably...
looked over at the chat and I saw a whole bunch of... I'm just like, wow, that escalated quickly.
Now, Bird, it's probably better that you grab the shrine because it prolongs my life expectancy.
But points.
The numbers must drive. Nope, not this way.
Oh.
Where are you,
We have to
asshole?
kill 100 of them first. I
Oh,
think
so
that's
that's why we were going
Yeah.
this way, because there's usually a lot of them this way.
Nope.
Yeah. So we have to go back out,
I'm
kill
gonna
the rest.
I'm
and then
gonna
go
wait.
back.
Well, no, dude's
right...
up here.
Oh, is he? I didn't see him.
Oh, okay, I see now.
Well, we're gonna have to go back out anyway, because we're not gonna be able to kill enough. Whatever. I'm sorry, by the way, that I've been crunching in the mic at all. I'm eating goldfish crackers.
That's all good.
I'm sorry, Birdie.
Okay. That's like I love goldfish crackers. Oh my god, it's like my favorite thing ever.
Birdie,
I
do
also sent you a picture of my ramen.
do I
Okay.
need to get you some goldfish for when we go to Dragon Con?
I really hope that you understand that my snack shopping list for Dragon Con is gonna look like you turned a 9-year-old loose with $100.
That's pretty much always my shopping list.
I mean, same, but there's gonna be a lot of
Oh dear.
My backpack has sour cherry blasters in it. One of the big bags.
Okay, have you seen
I
the
want
bags? Have you seen the M&M bags that have the little the Ziploc thing on the top, and it's like, this is the
Yep.
sharing size. I'm like, fuck you, it isn't.
Sharing?
I,
No, I eat that in a night. Bitch.
If by sharing you mean I'm gonna give it to my wife and
Fight
share
me.
it with her.
It's like a preservative type thing, you know? Like you end up enjoying it a little later. I definitely have that problem too. At least it still tastes pretty okay.
What flavor?
How's that for
goldfish?
foul bachelorette frog? Except I'm married, so you know. It's a good thing he loves me anyway.
I mean, we're polyamorous.
You're lucky
it
they didn't
kinda
hear
counts.
that. You're gross. He just said, "You're lucky you have a nice ass."
That's okay. I say to Duck very often. You know, you're lucky you're cute.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that and I can fix the computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, David's good for that too.
Oh, we're done here. Okay.
Yes, I'm just like surrounded by things that won't die, and I'm trying to get out of here. Oh, because you keep fucking summoning them, you asshole! Oh my god. There we go. I'm like, why won't they all die? And it's because they fucking keep coming back. You mean delicious, generic, fake cheese flavor.
They really are kind of delicious. And like they're better than Cheez-Its, and I don't understand why.
Because Cheez-Its are gross.
I like Cheez-Its okay, but like they're not goldfish.
Like, I would have them for different purposes. Like, Cheez-Its, when I eat Cheez-Its, I want to, like, I eat them in such a way where I try to separate them from, you know, so I get like 2 smaller Cheez-Its out of one, and whereas
weird.
goldfish is just like, nom nom, I'm going to kill all of you,
I like that the theme song is like all cheerful and happy, and then it tells you that you bite their heads off.
Yep.
It's very predatory.
I appreciated that about the song.
I can't do that.
Oh, minions, go! Yeah. Don't you do it. Fucking go Mandra. Some bullshit.
This world can abide you no longer.
Oh, okay. I was wondering where you came from. Okay, I'm with you now. Yes, so on my Homestuck blog, a lot of times I make references to Team 4 Star's Dragon Ball Z Abridged, because, you know, it's just, it happens. It just happens. Like, someone says something, and I immediately think of a quote from the show, and I have to make a gif of it. And yeah, I have a problem.
You're not alone.
Ah,
We're all in
no!
this together.
But I'm dead
Oh, okay,
again!
now you are alone. In the void of the afterlife. Let us know how that goes.
We're gonna seal you up in the hot tub.
Oh god. Just don't put me in a horse.
Still the best line of that show.
Yes, yeah, it's probably the greatest line in anything ever. Is your social worker in that horse? Yes.
My bag is
Like, it's bad enough that the question gets asked, but that the fact that the answer is yes is just like... And even
BRB.
Hannibal thinks it's fucked up. He just kind of like quirks his head in that way that he's just like, huh, I wouldn't have thought of that.
This is a new one.
Yeah.
This-
He does it. He's just sitting there thinking, how can I turn people into turducken?
oh,
Yeah.
damn it, you got there before me.
I think about this a lot more than you.
Well, you do write a lot of fan fiction for him. Oh god!
Oh, speaking of which, so recently my husband got a message on Facebook from somebody that we're not really friends with her, just, you know, she's a Facebook acquaintance.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think he went to high school with her.
The reason why we have filters.
Oh no, she was a party person.
Oh.
Yeah, like a house party from a friend or whatever, it doesn't matter. Point being, she messages him, like, we haven't spoken to her in like a year. And she's like, does your wife still write fan fiction? And he's like, yeah, why? It turns out that one of her friends just finished watching the Hannibal series and like needs fanfic to get through that. So, yeah. And I was like, okay, but make sure that she's aware that all I write is pretty much porn and it's specifically Hanagram. And apparently that was what she was looking for, so...
Oh, wow.
Welcome
That was
to
a thing
fandom.
that happened.
Well, you know, welcome to the fandom. It's,
Yeah. Well, and I figured, you know, if like he gives my AO3 link, then I'm like, if she doesn't like what I'm writing, at least that gives her the gateway to all the other stuff, so...
Oh, God. I always, like, anybody that I know in real life, it's like, I hesitate to send you to all of my fanfiction because I fully admit that I'm working out my personal issues with my fanfiction. Like...
Oh, I'm like completely unabashed about it. My mom knows I write it. I'm just like, yeah, it's all gay porn. She's like, oh, that's interesting. She doesn't really care.
Oh, my mom would, but, you know, super Southern
She's like,
Baptist.
my mom's like, you should publish it and make some money off of it. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not disciplined enough for that. I mean, with how long it's been taking me to get to Silent Hill Chapter 10.
if I was writing any of the stuff that is in the Hannibal fandom and my dad found out about it, he would. I'm pretty sure he would disown me. Because
yeah, same with my parents. They would freak.
I think my dad would just be like, I don't know. I don't think he would care very much. I think he'd just think it's weird, and that's about it. My brother definitely thinks it's weird, but eh.
I
Yeah,
come from like
always thought
this. I come from the super homophobic,
Yeah.
conservative background.
same.
My mom is the one that when my husband met her, one of the first things that she said was, "Keep your Bible out of my pussy."
Nice.
Wow.
I think a cigarette and a whiskey in her hand, or something.
Well, I think I found
Oh
my
no,
new
it was no.
superhero.
She was driving, but she does have she does smoke and drink whiskey a lot. Like, I mean, there was some sort of thing going on because somebody was trying to reopen the abortion debate in the government at the time. This was, obviously years and years ago, and my mom kind of got all like heated about ranting about it, like, and was talking about that shouldn't even be a moral issue, etc., etc. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. The point is that she said those words, and it was funny.
Steven, two things. One, actually finishing National Novel Writing Month was my trick to actually finishing a first draft.
I still haven't actually participated in NaNoWriMo. I always plan to, and I never get around to it.
It's the worst month for me, honestly.
Yeah.
The other thing that you brought up, yeah, my both my dad and my grandfather had said, well, I don't remember if my grandfather had said, but I know my dad did, that like it was that kind of, if I catch you smoking, I'm going to light the compost heap on fire and put your head in it so you can actually smoke. If I find out you're dating a boy, I'm going to disown you. If I find that if you get a ring in your ear, I'm gonna rip it out with a set of pliers.
So basically nothing different in life ever. Nothing that challenges.
Yep, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
His dad and I don't get along.
I can imagine not.
I can manage to be pleasant, and that's about the extent of it.
I know, David and I are pretty fortunate in that I don't think, like, on either side we really, like, I mean, his grandparents are a little conservative, but they're like 93 and on their way out, so...
Yeah, and they're 93, I mean...
Yeah. So you're kind of like, yeah, they're there, and you pat them on the back and move on, but, like, his parents and my parents, like, my dad actually used to be a lot worse, like, I mean, growing up, there were some definite issues there, but my dad's kind of like gotten past a lot of that stuff, and my mom, I mean, like, one of my closest friends is non-binary, and my mom's like, it's not even a thing for her, so,
the weird thing with my parents is they don't support, like, they're extremely homophobic, they're extremely transphobic, they, all of that bad stuff. But it's so funny because they also have, like, the undying, unwavering Southern politeness that they would never dream of saying it to your face.
Oh, of course not, yeah.
You're welcome in our house. I will treat you like, to your face. I will treat you like very politely, but then they see no qualm. It's like, I'm still lying in wait for my mom to make a comment and be like, well, so-and-so, 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 what is your deal? Are you, would you say that to them with them standing there? Because I know that they would never, if it ever comes up with the, they just act like they aren't like that. It's really interesting.
well, because, yeah, that's totally different.
It's that weird Southern weird.
There was one time that my grandfather and I had gotten onto the subject of religion and whatnot, because he's he was one of the founders of the Anglican Church in town. And granted, this is in Tennessee, and he was born and raised in Tennessee. But it was almost acting like it was a measure of pride of founding an Anglican church for the specific reason that he did that because he didn't like the Episcopal Church was allowing people who are gay to become priests, and he kept saying over and over again how much he wanted me to come to church with him, and I said, Grandpa, I didn't exactly like when the commandment, when one of the greatest commandments is to love your neighbor as yourself. I don't think founding a church excluding people was what he had in mind there.
No, that's kind of the opposite of what that means.
And he doesn't invite me to church anymore.
Yeah. Well, because you question things. How dare you?
I'm just like, you built a church specifically going against a particular rule, and you call yourself a Christian?
Not
Fuck
even a
you.
particular rule. The rule.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you want to get into discussing the hypocrisy of all that stuff, we could be here for a while.
I mean, it's...
Oh, yeah.
It's really just... That's why I don't consider myself... I don't consider myself a Christian, because Christians don't consider me a Christian.
Yeah.
Because I'm, you know, I tend to, you know, I'm tolerant of others, unless they're full of shit.
That's why I like the church that I work at least, you know, like, I'm not religious by any stretch or means, but they have the right of it of, it's not our business, it's not, you know, what people want to do with their lives, it's not, that's not on us.
It's actually
to
about, like, a
talk about.
community thing rather than just moralizing at people.
They're like, look, it's hungry people, let's feed them.
Yeah.
Cat, the Anglican Church seems like a homophobic, transphobic version of the Episcopal Church, which is really just, it really is Catholic light.
If you're looking for yelling, you're either looking for Southern Baptists, they're the ones that bang on the pulpit and scream from the pulpit, or if you're wanting to see the congregation yell, you're thinking like Pentecostal.
Or the non-denominationals, where they do the whole speaking in tongues and dancing in the halls, in the aisles and all that.
Pentecostals do that too.
Yeah.
I grew up Polish Catholic. It was all very... stand up, saying sit down, kneel, stand up kind of thing. But all in Polish.
Calisthenics. Sacred calisthenics.
Ooh, hello. Can I wear... increase your... Ooh, do I want to put that on?
The Ring of Royal Grandeur?
Yeah.
If you don't have a full set, then yeah.
I have all but one of Rathma's.
Well, if you put that on, you will complete Rathmas without actually having
Yeah.
completed Rathmas. So I would say yes.
Oh, yeah, there it goes.
But one of the weird things in my family is, like, I mean, parts of my family are definitely less tolerant. But as far as my immediate family, like my mom and dad, there's, like, I haven't had fear or discomfort in introducing them to certain friends or like telling them certain things. And my mom is one of the, like, I mean, both of my parents come from, like, you know, old country Poland, and they grew up, you know, with like very Catholic and all that kind of stuff. But it's like my mom is so not what you would expect from any of that. She's just like, what the hell ever, like, you know, as long as you're not hurting anybody against their will, and, you know, I don't give a fuck, and
I don't have time to be fussed with it.
yeah, basically, like, it's just, she doesn't want to tell people how to live their lives, and certainly doesn't want people telling her how to live hers. So that's kind of her thing. And I mean, one of the nice things is, like, I mean, my one friend who's non-binary, obviously some people tend to have trouble with the non-binary pronouns, like they and them and stuff. And my mom's actually, like, it's still been like kind of hit and miss with her, but she's actually been trying, which is weird. Like, I would not have expected that she'd actually be trying to do that. But on occasion,
That's
she kind of
awesome.
catches. Yeah, so it's like, I mean, of all the things I thought my mom was going to end up doing, like, wow, that's pretty cool. Like, and yeah, no, that sort of thing has never really felt like an issue for me with my mom. So I've definitely felt my mom, I could probably, if I start getting on that conversation, like, I mean, I start talking about my mom and like start crying, because she's one of those people that just is really awesome in a lot of ways. And even though she frustrates me sometimes, because obviously she's my mom, there's still there's a lot that I admire about her, especially with, like, just stuff she's been through, she's told me about or whatever, and like how much strength she has despite what she's gone through, and like how she just tries so much to be like a positive person, not in the whole just think positive way, like not but in that whole, like, you only have one life to live and you can't take it with you when you die. Like, it's
Yeah.
so it's like she's not a greedy person, and she does her best not to be selfish, and those are the kinds of values she tried to instill in me, and blah blah blah. Yeah, I'm already doing it, so I'll shut up now.
Well, we are at the end of the
Yes.
at the end of all of the
Oh, hey, yeah.
bounties,
All the things.
and it's like 20 to 11, and I think it's probably a good point to stop here.
20 to 12 for me.
Yeah. So we're gonna try. Oh shoot, we can't. Okay, so we will not be here next week. Because Birdie and I will be off in Dragon Con losing our damn minds because like, oh my god, our schedules, there is almost no time off.
It's bad this year.
And oh god, it's going to be absolutely amazing. But so hopefully in 2 weeks maybe we will have actually gotten through the Grift 20 solo, and that way we can complete our bit.
Wait, you still haven't done it?
No, I'm too weak.
F for both of you. You lose your gold star.
Oh no.
How could you?
I'm shamed. And like, I kind of want to make sure that we can actually play Rift. But I really do like the idea of going to that as well.
Rift is a much older game. I mean, like, they've updated their graphics a little bit or whatever, but if you can run a game like WoW, you can run a game like Rift.
Oh, then we'll be fine.
Yeah. Because it's probably like a 8-year-old game at least.
Do we want to just say, hey, let's try Rift next time? Or do we want to stay on Diablo 3 for a little bit?
Let's do Diablo 3 till the season's over.
Yeah, we can do that. Just maybe, like, if you guys wanted to try downloading Rift and
Poking around with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely don't want to, like, start
go in
it
blind, because
all
that's
of
going to
it.
be boring for people to watch.
Yeah, because a lot of it's going to be like, what do I click on?
Yeah.
What am I doing again? Oh, I'm dead again. Wait, this is normal.
Yeah.
This is normal for me.
I'm dead, but I'm not sure what killed me.
Yeah, we can definitely look into, like, maybe having another night where we get started and kind of figure out what we want to do, and then we can maybe, like, start some characters that we'll stream with once we have a better idea of what we're doing.
That sounds good.
Yeah. Foof agrees.
Steven, I'm sending the link. I'm guessing that's the right link. Tell me if that's... Is that the right one?
Oh, he's
I
a
don't see
fool.
a link yet. Oh, there, yes, Try on Worlds. Yep, that's the one.
Yeah, we'll. I only hesitate because I remember back when Cataclysm came out, and like we had been playing. We started playing during Vanilla WoW, and then we went through Burning Crusade and Wrath of the Lich King, and then Cataclysm came out, and Cataclysm killed my computer.
Yeah, they did a bit of an overhaul there on the graphics that time.
I was on a MacBook Pro at the time,
Why would
and
you game on a Mac?
it was all I had at the time. And the graphics were overhauled in such a way that the computer got so hot that the GPU was it expanded enough to where it left the soldering and the motherboard, and there was no way to get it back on.
Ouch.
But the good thing was I had my Apple Care still active for like 3 weeks, and so I got a brand new computer for free.
Yeah, no, I don't think Rift will be an issue. I was able to play Rift on like 2 machines ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rift has been around a long time.
Yeah. And even if they update their graphics here and there, they're not going to overhaul it to the level that it's going to like jump an entire generation of computers like that. Like you're gonna be fine.
Tryon also did Defiance. Oh, I there is a part of me that really misses that game.
I think they also did the other MMO that I played around with a little bit that was free to play. I can't remember the name of it though.
Arcage?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
I poked it and then promptly decided,
Yeah, no, I poked that one too, and it didn't really grab me. But this one, like Rift, I always go back to it. Like more, it actually took me away from WoW. I like it more than WoW.
nice. I've heard people say that. Like,
Well, okay, and one of I just remembered the other thing that I was going to talk about with it before you guys go.
Mhm.
It's not a lot, but just the other thing is that there's 4 basic classes. You've got warrior, cleric, rogue, and mage. And with it, like it's essentially like vanilla WoW in the complexity of skills. You have a bunch of like souls or whatever. So like a mage can be there's like a chloromancer or something like that, which is basically the healer. And there's a bunch of DPS things, like you can be a necromancer, you can be like a kind of a, I think straight up like a frost mage type thing or whatever. And the other thing is that all 4 of those classes can DPS, tank, heal, or support.
Oh, nice.
So,
that's nice.
yeah, I think that you do have to buy the extra souls for that one. I think it's like $10, maybe $15 for the 4 or 5 souls that they added when they were like allowing like warriors to heal and mages to tank and rogues to support or whatever. Like there was something else they added, but oh no, rogue tank. And rogue tanking is really fun. I enjoy rogue tanking actually. I still haven't tried mage tanking though, because I never ended up getting that expansion when I like got distracted from it again.
Poof!
Yeah, Foof is yelling for something.
Kaylee is crying as well. But it matter.
Kitties. But anyway, yeah, so it's pretty fun because basically, like, whatever your most like whatever class or play style that you're most interested in, chances are they have it, because there's so many soul combinations or whatever. I think it is. And you can also like make different soul profiles, so you can have like 2 or 3 different specs that you can change into. So you can have your healing spec, which is going to have like, you know, your main soul would be the chloro or whatever, and you'd have your like 2 supporting souls that you would put a few points into here and there to like boost up the main one. And there's a couple that are like combined. And my voice is starting to waver, I think, because I'm cold. What the fuck? Anyway, I'll shut up now.
No, it's okay.
Kidding.
Yeah, oh geez, I really do have to get to bed because even though tomorrow is Friday and there's probably not going to be a whole lot of work getting done, I know I need to go to bed. So yes, we will see you all in 2 weeks. Thanks everyone for hanging out with us, and
Thank you, everybody. Much love. It's been
And,
fun tonight.
if
Good times, good times.
if anyone's going to Dragon Con, please find us. If you're not, then we will take pictures for you.
And also, Eldritch Raccoon, if you are listening still, thanks for coming out.
Yes.
'Cause
much
you came
love.
from you were a fanable type from Tumblr, so that was pretty exciting for us. I hope we entertained you at least a little bit.
With our madness.
Yes. And babbling.
Good night,
Bye.
everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Goodbye.